Hello, everybody, and welcome to the ClassicWhoZone. Terror of the whatever the feck they're called, Vervoids. I can never say that bleeding title right. Not a fan of Colin Baker, but we'll do it anyway because once we get this done, I think we nearly have all the Colin Baker stories done, and then I'll never have to do them again. So yeah, we'll see if some of the panel are fans of these stories. I'm certainly not a fan of Colin Baker's Doctor. Never have been, never will be, as you all know. But you know, I'm willing to sit here and give it a go, as they say. I've got it all set up, ready to go as well. So we have a few people waiting. I'm just waiting on Lee, I think it is. So I'll just check me messages. Yeah, I know, Super Doctor, it's that one. I know. Right, anyway, let's introduce our panel. We've got the one and only Queen Charlotte on the...
Hello, everybody. So if I sound a bit throaty. Apparently, my mum thinks I'm coming down with some, so we'll see how it goes.
No problem. That's no problem. Lee says he's running late. Well, yeah, you're always running late. That's nothing new, mate. You know, nothing new. So, like, we'll just carry on without you, money messing. Hurry up.
Well, we've seen you in the chat. At least we're not going, where's Lee? We haven't even seen him in the chat yet.
He says, keep talking. Well, I can talk for Afghanistan, so I'll just keep talking, yeah. Next, we have Real Super Doctor.
Hey Noel, how you doing?
Not too bad, pal.
I'm dreading this one because there's some good stuff in this one and some bad stuff in this one.
Well, I haven't watched this since I've only watched it the one time.
I mean, the special effects are a wee bit kind of let down in this one as well.
Oh, well, we'll have a look. I haven't watched it since I watched it that one time. I never watch it. I never watched it again. But we do have a very special guest joining us. It's the one and only Balsek.
Terror of the fucking Vervoids, Vods, Noel.
Yeah, okay. It wasn't my choice. I didn't pick this. So don't have
Who
a go
picked it then?
Someone in the chat last night, and then we just said we'd go with that because I couldn't make up my mind what we were going to do. So I chose this, and we can't change now. Come on.
Once upon a time, Colin Baker was my favorite Doctor, and then Big Finish decided to turn him into a simpering, raving SJW. So I don't like him now.
Yeah. Bolstrack, all they did though was just said to him, let's just write him how the actor actually is.
Yeah, no, I believe he demanded that. The same way as I believe Peter Davison demanded to not have anything to do with that shit, which is why Peter Davison is the only thing on Big Finish that is still awesome.
Yeah.
And they've gone in a much darker direction with them, which I actually liked.
Well, here's the thing. Colin Baker is a raging feminist. Sure, he's surrounded by them, his daughters, and...
Oh, we know that. I should also... I should let everybody know I'm kind of here and sort of half here because I took a day off this week to record a video. So I'm making up those hours on the weekend. So I'm going to be rearranging databases in the background.
Yeah, it's killed. I'm glad I just said I'd throw you the link and see what happens. You're here, so thank you for turning up anyway, man. But do what you have to do. And I'm not looking forward to this story anyway. So as I said, you doing your databases is probably something, even though I don't know what that entails, I'd rather be doing that with you.
Noel, it is exciting as
Cool.
it sounds, and even less so.
Yeah, but I'm going to be fair. Like, I watched this for the first time, and like, there's stuff that is blaringly bad about this.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to hit Colin as much as his Doctor as much.
Well, wait until we get through the story, and then you can give you a review. Don't give that away because if you do have a slightly different opinion than most of us on the panel, keep that until the end because
spoilers. I'll keep my opinion on this secret to the end.
Okay.
Who knows? I may like it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So let's just see.
And piss may fly out of a flying monkey burning in hell.
Fly, that is, yeah.
Like carrot juice.
So everybody in the chat, hello. Do us a favor, like, share, subscribe, and all of that nonsense. Share if you could. That'd be brilliant. 7 p.m. is not a good time. Well, that's the only time that I can do it, man, because, like, you know, if I start any later, I'm going to be on till nearly 12, and so 7 has always been the time.
It's not 7.
It's 7 p.m. here, yeah?
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's 2. It's 2:07 in the afternoon.
Yeah, in your time.
Well, there is no other time because I share my time with New York City and Florida and Atlanta and Puerto Rico and like Mexico and like the Arctic.
Yeah.
Everyone everywhere except Newfoundland, because it's Newfoundland, it had to be off by half an hour.
No, Lee, it's always been 7. I changed it ages ago. We've been going at 7 for the last few months now.
It's Nuhu that is later a little bit.
Yeah,
obviously
Nuhu
they're
is
not
later.
the shorter.
I always start Nuhu between 7:30 and 8 o'clock because
I think that's what's happened. Lee's probably got them mixed up then.
Oh, and one thing that I wanted to mention, good news for the week. The always awesome God amongst men, our Lord and Savior, Nicolas Cage, has announced he is never retiring.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's some good news.
And I don't say this ironically. He's one of my favorite actors because unlike everybody else in Hollywood who is Hollywood, he just doesn't give a shit. He never gave a shit. He does whatever he wants. And even a terrible Nicolas Cage movie like Left Behind is still awesome because he's just insane.
Yeah, he's done a new movie called, I think, Pig. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, dude, he does he literally does like 6 movies a year. He's still trying to clear up his tax problem.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of what I would consider, you know, not so great movies because, you know.
Dude, have you seen Mandy?
Have I seen what?
Mandy.
No.
Yes. Okay, then you're not allowed. Have you seen Color of Space?
No.
Okay, so you have no right to comment until you have seen those 2 movies.
Right. Well, he has.
The Color of Space. It's based on a Lovecraft book, and it's batshit. And Mandy is a horror movie, and it is literally the most batshit thing anybody's ever seen. It's already considered a horror classic. It's like when Suspiria came out, and everybody was like, "What the fuck is this?" Well, it was the same thing when Mandy came out. What the fuck is this? It's like I can't describe it. You have to see it. In the chat, has anybody seen Mandy or Color in Space?
No.
Okay,
So
you all have to watch it.
He seems to be doing slightly more serious stuff. Well, as in like not so much of the crazy Nicolas Cage stuff nowadays.
Yeah, those are the direct to DVD tax payoff movies. He just kind of cranks those out. But oh no, Mandy is Nicolas Cage ramped up to the highest Nicolas Cage level and then some. No, okay, everybody here, you must watch Mandy. I guarantee you will never have seen anything like it.
I'll give it a go. I like Nicolas Cage myself. I do like his earlier movies. I will say that. So yeah.
And Chris Persia says, I thought Newfoundland wanted to be half an hour earlier because they were trying to be closer to their Irish roots, i.e. Ireland. No, Newfoundland is half an hour different because they were bitter at Canada because they used to be their own country. Then the country literally became bankrupt in 1950, and it became a province, so they're still bitter. That's your history lesson for today. Now I'm going to shut up.
Yeah, we're just waiting on Lee. Apparently he's taking his chicken out of the oven. Let's hope it doesn't run away.
Oh, and Leland God says the Color of Space is Lovecraft, isn't it? Yes. Oh, and Lovecraft was also recently canceled by Big Finish and Colin Baker.
Yeah, but that's been a thing for years. They've been trying to like completely cancel Lovecraft, and it's just so funny because, guys, have you read any of his books? He was basically scared of everything that moved. Like that's how he wrote his stuff, and it was why it worked.
That is the most over-the-top, ridiculous thing I've ever heard come out of Big Finish. The Sixth Doctor says racist so many times in that story, you could make a drinking game out of it. That's also the one where the temporary companion says, well, take this, Lovecraft, I'm a non-binary metrosexual thing, whatever. And then they actually have a scene where they're visiting the sanatorium where Lovecraft's parents died, and then he starts to go on about how it affected him and how he might have some of his issues, and they literally just tell him to shut the fuck up. And then at the end, they find out, oh, whatever happened to Lovecraft? Oh, he dies 2 months later, and they're basically celebrating. And the Doctor, who's tried to redeem Davros, the Daleks, and everything else, basically tells Lovecraft he's unredeemable and scum.
Mm.
Modern day Big Finish, everybody.
Yeah.
But there is the Blazing Hour, so if you want to go out on that's the second to last main range release, which is one of the best releases they ever put out, and it's only because it was Peter Davison. But avoid everything else.
Right, I think what we'll do is we'll start. Lee, we'll give you a timestamp or just press play in the background and then come on when you can, because I don't want to wait any longer because there's literally four parts.
Yeah, 4 episodes for this one.
He wants me to shut up.
So, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Dude, you said we had to kill time, so I figured I'd kill time with things.
And to be fair, we are watching a Colin Baker, and we were talking about Colin Baker just on Big Finish.
Yes.
Yeah, I know, but...
Yeah. No, we get you, mate. I'm just joking.
The Tartar Zone. Have you done the Key to Time with Tom Baker? We've done all the Tom Baker stories now at this stage, I think, yeah. So we haven't done them in order, obviously, but yeah, we've done the Tom Baker. I think we've done all the Pertwee as well. I think we've done all the Troughton, the ones that are available, including the animations.
I think we've got a few of Davidson left, haven't we?
Not
many.
I think we have 1 or 2 of Peter Davison left, and then we'll be done with Davison as well.
I think we've still to do some season 18 Doctor Who's as well, because we haven't done, I think, Meglos and The Keeper of Traken.
No, yeah, we haven't done season 18.
Yeah.
Any of it, I don't think.
I think we've done The Leisure Hive.
Might have done State
Maybe last year. Last year.
Hello.
That was quite like low sort of thing.
And Lovecraft, towards the end of his life, said that he rejected all his previous prejudices, but I suppose that doesn't go noticed at all.
Yeah, and I'll say this just quickly before I make Noel's head explode. And what's funny is in his life, because this is like literally 2 months before his end, this is after he would have made that conversion, but they forgot. And and the Sixth Doctor compares him to one of his heroes who he found out blew up planets.
Right, yeah, because that's the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Hi, Noel.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm all right. Just
are you getting a copy of Mandy?
No, I have an app that I'll be able to watch that movie on, so I might give it a look tonight. Because I've been binge watching Lost in Space at the moment, so I want to take a bit of a break from that. So I normally watch a movie. I watched The Rock and a couple of other movies. I actually watched The Rock.
I saw that in theaters.
Yeah. Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery are deadly in that movie. Yeah. Good movie. But I've been watching a lot of old movies.
Right, well, we're still talking. Let's carry. Come on.
Yeah, we will. Yeah.
All this banter.
Fashionably late will be starting without you.
I'm ready to go.
7 o'clock it starts at. Yeah, put your alarm on from now on.
Come on.
Right then, Charlotte. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Everybody ready in the chat, please
Yeah,
press fucking
we're all
1.
ready.
Sorry, yeah. Yeah. See, now you're rushing me now, and I forgot to fucking tell the chat. So press 1 if you are going to watch this with us. I can't believe I'm doing Colin Baker. I should actually ban Colin Baker from this channel. I really can't stand his doctor. Even growing up as a kid, I thought he was an arrogant sod.
No, that's now.
Oh no, he comes across as an arrogant sod now. He is an arrogant sod, but even his doctor was an arrogant sod. So
I was told by someone that Colin Baker comes off like that, but in reality, in real life, he's a nice, kind fellow.
He probably is.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
comes across as the type. He's a nice, kind fellow. But if you were to say something against his politics, he wouldn't be a nice, kind fellow.
He's always had a habit for correcting people's English.
Has he?
Right. Yeah, he's one of those. I'm like, no, no, you didn't say that correctly.
Wow.
Yeah.
We've got a few ones, so do you want me to do the countdown?
Yeah, go for quick before I get sick.
Yep, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Wait, are you getting sick again, Noel?
No, I'm only messing. The only good thing about this era is actually the opening sequence. That's the only good thing about it. So look at his face, man. Look at that face. look at that. Look at that. Wow.
See, and because I have many other windows open, I'm watching this in its proper resolution. So on my 4K monitor at its regular 480 resolution, it's like a little box in the corner. It's actually really cute.
Oh, Chris Chibnall's favorite people wrote this.
Oh yeah,
Pip and Jane Baker.
Hey, Chris. I'm saying hello to Chris Chibnall. Sorry.
He doesn't like me, Noel.
I doubt there'd be any sufficient time for that, my lady.
That headgear is something else, isn't it?
That colour hair, I mean, it's completely weird.
She's the Bisto Gravy lady.
Linda Bellingham.
Yeah. Bisto Gravy.
She did a lot of Doctor Who conventions as well, and she did a lot for charity as well, Linda Bellingham, if I can remember rightly.
So is that the blonde woman we're talking about?
No, that's the woman in the headdress, the Time Lord headdress. The Inquisitor.
Oh, I was going to say, that wasn't in this episode, but now I'm on your wavelength.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know her. Obviously, she was in Doctor Who, but I know her as the Bisto Gravy lady because she used the Bisto Gravy ads.
I've never heard of that. It must be an Irish thing.
No, it's in English as well.
English gravy, but we have it over here in Ireland as well. But there was a lot of ads with her doing the gravy ads.
Oh, I was just going to slag this. You could tell this is where they ran out of a budget. They couldn't even do the model shots with the mini fucking crane.
Yeah, the Hyperion 3.
And just to put this in context, folks, when you look at that terrible effect shot, this was 1 year before the first season of Star Trek The Next Generation. Just to put it in context for you.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was sort of the thing, Michael Grave, isn't it? He had a couple of reasons he wanted the show off, but he sort of has talked about it, hasn't he? He said it looked embarrassing. I'm sure it's been his turn of phrase, he said, when you had like Star Wars and, like you said, Star Trek.
Well, Star Trek was what killed it because Time and the Ronnie premiered the same month as Encounter at Farpoint.
And here we are with Pussy Galore herself.
Yeah.
Oh, hey. You know, I actually haven't watched this in 13 years.
Wow.
I know it's been 13 years because I watched it when the DVD came out and didn't watch it again, and I didn't bother watching it when the Blu-ray came out.
Yeah, Colin was getting proper fat, wasn't he, at this point?
Yeah, he seemed to have been. He was in one of the television shows, and he was in costume, and he looked like he couldn't fit his costume, and he growing a beard as well.
So even now, when he's not got like the big coat that would emphasize it, you can still tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get to a certain age, and then your body shape starts changing.
Yeah, tell me about it.
What are you saying, Noel? I'm a year older than you.
Yeah. And do you look the same way you did when you were 18, 19 years of age?
Yes.
Nope.
You did?
I just wear a hat.
Well, I was Skeletor when I was that age. Now I've got a belly. Belly's gonna get you. Actually, it wasn't as disturbing as that bleeding video that you shared last night, man. I won't say that, but that was funny.
No, we'll avoid that. But you're welcome for the nightmares.
This is the most ridiculous scene in Doctor Who I've ever seen. Is the Doctor in an exercise bike, timed by his companion, and she's supposed to be a health nut, and she's supposed to give him carrot juice, and he hates it.
Well, here's how you know they had it in for Colin Baker, because they forced him to regenerate on that exercise bike.
Yeah.
Well,
it's your waistline I'm concerned about.
It does feel a little bit like they are taking the mick, doesn't it, here? It's like, oh, we've got an actor who looks a bit portly, to be kind.
Yeah.
And we've got him on an exercise bike. We've done it.
And like, oddly... Oh, go ahead, Charlotte.
I was going to say, it's not the first time he does it. He does it a few times in this episode, and it always just looks so out of place.
Yeah.
Although, oddly, I'll give him credit for this. He's the only Doctor that did all his own stunts.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Yeah, because they weren't, like, if you compare, like, think about, obviously, it's not a good episode, but the famous sort of stunt now of Davidson going in the water and Warriors in the Deep. Like, you can picture Colin doing that.
It's not really a good episode, but it's good. I highlight some interesting things. I mean, things that the viewer should pay attention to. I mean, for instance, the Mogarians. I mean, when they find out that, well, and when it's going to come up, and when the Doctor arrives, and when they find out who the false one actually is. I mean, it kind of leads to that, and it's some of it's not so bad.
Well, do you know what? Watching this, do you know this? Now you've just said that. Do you know what episode this gave me vibes of? A little bit in the premise, not much anything else. The End of the World, Christopher Eccleston's second episode.
All right.
Well, think about it. You've got this like pleasure cruise-ish sort of similarity. You've got somebody on board killing people.
Yeah.
And it's sort of a bit of the Doctor sort of having to run about a bit and try and find out who's the killer. Like, just in that sort of core premise. Obviously, it's very different for lots of other things, but...
I mean, Colin Baker's costume is completely ugly. I mean, the yellow trousers and that horrible waistcoat and that horrible necktie as well.
That's what happens when you give JNT full control over the costume.
Well, he did okay with Peter Davison's. I have to give him that, because he introduced the Doctor had an enthusiasm for sport, the cricketing theme running right through it and that. But the question marks in the collar, I think, running through 3 Doctors, I mean, it's a bit ridiculous.
Can you imagine Peter Davison in that costume? It's like, okay, people are worried enough that we're casting a kid as the Doctor, so let's dress him up like a clown.
It just shows you that this doctor is completely mentally deranged. I mean, from the first inception, that he's all the traumatic experience that he's been through in his regeneration, and coming out and like this and keeping the same attire for how many centuries, I don't know.
Well, in the good days, Big Finish actually changed his costume.
Yeah.
He was blue.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Change his costume. He's still a shit doctor.
Yep. Yeah. 2 years ago, I would have disagreed with you, Noel, but I agree now.
I think it's see in this episode. Maybe I think this is the first one I've seen with him with Mel.
Yeah.
And I do think Mel's a better companion compared to Perry because Mel actually is a bit more independent. She challenges him a bit more, and he's a bit he's still arrogant. He's still absolutely full of himself, but there's a bit of mellowing here.
What I like about Mel in this is that she's inquisitive all the time. She's questioning everything. She's questioning the doctor. She's questioning even his background. I mean, she's the one that's questioning absolutely everything. She's supposed to be a computer genius that from a place called Peace Pottage in England. She's supposed to be a kind of IT specialist as well, and she's really clever in that, and she's quite the intellectual equal for the doctor in a way, in some ways.
Well, you can see that in this story because half of the sort of leads that get to the final when he's like, "Oh, I know it was you," the sort of final villain reveal. It's Mel who basically started off a load of the leads. It's her who said, "No, let's look here, let's go here."
Yeah.
So, I understand the whole because she does scream a bit in this, and I can understand if people just thought that was all her character. But just off this story, obviously, maybe if I watch more, I'll understand the dislike a bit more.
Yeah,
but I actually didn't mind Mel in this, and I actually found her quite good in bits.
It seems that Colin Baker's doctor has become a bit lazier, but when she comes onto the scene and starts to kind of prop him up a wee bit, he starts to become kind of active into it.
I think this kind of goes into the point that I had last week, where some companions work better with certain doctors than others.
Yeah.
I will admit, Mel does work better with Colin Baker.
Yeah.
But not with Sylvester McCoy. It actually wasn't the doctor. It was the fact that season 14 was, they went the absurdist route, which was ridiculous.
Yeah. I think the Seventh Doctor in Ace works a lot better than anything.
Oh, yeah. They were
a good
one of the best teams in history.
Yeah.
Well, it's also Ace had more character development than any other character in the classic show.
Yeah.
And they made a fourth season, the idea was the reason why the Doctor seemed to be torturing her is because he was training her to become a Time Lord, and they did cover that in Big Finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas when Colin's Doctor sort of has the very offhandish comments to Perry a lot of the time, or he blatantly just disregards her, because I'll never understand why they wrote Perry and the Doctor's relationship, as to me it just comes across as an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
And I don't that's banded around a bit now, but I actually think it is that, because she's constantly trying to say nice things or trying to sort of help him, and he's just always seems to batter off with "Oh, you're just a stupid girl."
This is another thing, another scene coming up here. It's with the seeds, the Demeter seeds. I mean, it's been set up for the Doctor all the time. I mean, the distress call to the TARDIS as well, and bring him onto the Hyperion 3 as well, and bringing him his curiosity to it.
Yeah, but to be fair, that's been used so many times now to get a plot going. Oh, the Doctor gets a distress signal.
Yeah, and it turns out to be like a kind of who done it and who gets the blame for it and all that.
No, whereas like with the Seventh Doctor and A stuff, he could be harsh with her, he could be offhanded,
Yeah.
but you could tell, like you said, it was always aiming towards something.
Yeah.
Whereas with Colin's Doctor, it just came across as, no, you're just an arrogant.
I think
sod.
that the Sixth Doctor was like, oh, I've regenerated into this. I can't be bothered with anything. I'll be stubborn and difficult and arrogant as possible, and I'll wear some outlandish, horrible, garsh costume and expect people just to kind of. It's just like the whole Sixth Doctor was like a big FU to the universe.
Actually, believe it or not, there's a reason for that. When they cast the Sixth Doctor, Colin Baker originally wanted to beat Tom Baker's record, so the idea was going to be that he was going to do at least 8 series.
Yeah.
So, and it was actually a good idea, just not that well implemented. But JNT decided that this was going to be a regeneration where the Doctor changes over time.
Yeah.
So they deliberately started the Sixth Doctor out as being a complete ass.
Yeah.
And the idea was he was going to mellow as his experiences went through. Because you'll notice in this season, he does play the Doctor slightly differently. The edges aren't quite as rough, and that. Oh God, that music.
I know.
So they started, but then it got cut off on Big Finish back when it was good. They actually the Doctor that Colin Baker was playing early on was what his Doctor was supposed to become. So he actually, if you listen to Big Finish, he plays it completely differently. Well, until now, he went back to being a pompous ass.
Yeah.
But during the good years, he was playing a mellow version, which is what the Sixth Doctor was supposed to become.
I mean, that costume, they should have gave it only for one series, and one series only, the Twin Dilemma. And I mean, to kind of highlight the Doctor's instability, I mean, they should have just kept it like just at that episode, and then for the second series, the second episode, new story, I think they should have just completely changed his costume into something more kind of sensible. Even if it was like a kind of variation of Peter Davison's costume, like a different.
No, I don't think Colin would suit a Peter Davison variant.
Yeah, like something kind of different, but not.
Oh yeah, something different. But like, because if you think about Davidson, he from my understanding, a big chunk of the reason why he had that outfit is because they wanted to emphasize almost that they had a young, dashing sort of boyish-looking Doctor.
See if it was
a bit of why his costume was so sporty in a way.
Yeah. See his costume there. See if it was all red tartan, it would work. It doesn't
if it
work
was
because
colour, it would.
Yeah, because it's the reflects the Sixth Doctor's personality of being unstable and all that. The mash of colours and all that. It doesn't come off well for the viewer because the viewer needs to know the Doctor's character more than the costume itself, because the costume itself becomes invisible.
Yeah, you sort of just learn to sort of almost block it out, don't you, when you're watching?
Yeah. Unlike Tom Baker, it's his performances that outshine it. But even though it's because the scarf is iconic and it sticks in your mind, oh, I want a scarf, I want to be like this character because this character is inspiring and he's mad, he's maniac. He's a character that I kind of like. Whereas this character's totally unlikable. This version of the Doctor.
I don't like the way she looks at the Doctor. The acting is terrible here.
Yeah.
She is a terrible actress. I'm sorry, but she is terrible.
I think she sounds a bit better in Big Finish, though.
Oh, she's a lot older.
I think those two together were very good on. There was one story with Mel and the Sixth Doctor, which was the other Doctor. I think on the two Doctors. Really good, really funny.
I think she would have got on well with the Eighth Doctor. Paul McGann.
Are you thinking like young Bonnie or like Bonnie now?
Well, young Bonnie and Paul McGann. It's very difficult to kind of match a companion with a doctor because the doctor's personality is so abstract, it's so beyond anything we could even comprehend that he's a Time Lord. He's going to act differently. He's going to be differently from everybody else, and I mean that's going to stick out like a sore thumb.
Like I said, it's sort of the rule I find with a few doctors that I don't like. I think some of that is that they almost push the alien angle too much.
Yeah.
And it's like it always needs to be there. And the doctor should always have because he's an alien, so that's always going to be there. You can't get away from that.
Yeah, but I also like the human side of him because the vulnerability that he can be just like us. He can be vulnerable in that, but he's this all powerful being. But he's got a human side to him. He does have compassion. He does care for his companions, and he doesn't want anything bad to happen to them. And he even though that they dig him out of the situation, I mean. It's always up to the companion to dig the doctor out of the situation, but he wants to kind of try and help that and turn that around.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, if you're being pragmatic, you would say actually the doctor shouldn't travel with a companion because the companion, at a point, seems to always, in a fashion, almost become the doctor's weakness.
Yeah,
and there's even been a few villains that have precisely commented on that. And have used the companions to get to the doctor because they know they can't actually get to the doctor physically or intelligence level but like I said, that's the thing with the doctor, like he keeps having companions because he likes the company.
Yeah.
He likes to have that sort of somebody to bounce off or to show off now and again or just to sort of, and I've always thought his companions need to almost be the moral sort of, the backside the doctor needs now and again.
See, that was the point of the female companion. She was supposed to be beautiful. She's supposed to be nice to look at to make the doctor look more clever and more, of authority figure. Look, the doctor is essentially an alpha male. If you look at all the doctors, from William Hartnell to Peter Capaldi, he's essentially an alpha male.
I don't know if I'd say alpha male. I would say yes, sort of the big I'd say more almost the big personality in the room.
Yeah.
I'd say, well, with the exception of Peter Davison, at least in the beginning, he became an alpha male near the end, but he actually kind of had the reverse journey of Colin Baker.
Yeah. It was Peter Davison's first appearance in Doctor Who. They wanted to play it that his regeneration made him vulnerable because he became younger, and it was becoming adapting to that body again, the being young again. That he needed all the companions there to kind of help him, to recover after his regeneration. His regeneration didn't turn him into a maniac like Colin Baker's Doctor. It kind of made him vulnerable, and that he had to kind of stabilize in the Zero Room until they could get him and transport him to the Castrovalva.
Well, there's always the theory that unconsciously each regeneration is a response to the previous regeneration.
Yeah,
where it aims to be. Like, for example, just say John Pertwee was the logical James Bond doctor. Then Tom Baker is the alien doctor.
Yeah.
Then a direct response to that was the most human doctor, Peter Davison, and the less ostentatious. Then he goes completely over the board with Colin Baker and just becomes essentially the doctor who is a joke.
Yeah.
And then you have the Seventh Doctor who, I guess, pretends to be a joke in the beginning, but then becomes borderline evil.
Yeah.
And then the following that, you have Paul McGann, who is the most innocent Doctor.
Yeah.
The famous scream.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just
It
a
is
few
very
of them in
loud.
this one.
You know, when I first saw this on the video when it came out in 1993.
That's the first time in Doctor Who history that the companion scream is in the same key as the scream of the opening of the theme tune.
I do like the scream. I do. It does give me kind of goosebumps. I do like the screaming female companion. I mean, it raises the tension of the episode, and even I think that was a good cliffhanger. I do think that can come off as very kind of scary. I mean, say if you were about 5-year-old or 3-year-old watching this, I mean, your heart would be racing.
Oh yeah, I believe I think the screaming in key, if I'm correct, I think that was done on purpose.
Yeah. You
What's
see,
that?
I think that with things like that and the closing scream of the titles, I mean, you get an emotional response from your audience.
Yeah,
It really is good.
You get is hurry up, I want this to be over. Yeah, that's the response I have. That was shit, man.
Yeah, I think Daniel's in your camp. He's pressed about 7 or 8 ones.
Yeah, can we just keep going? Don't even wait for the end titles. I just want to get through it.
You were the one that picked it.
5.
I didn't pick it. Someone else in the chat picked it. I won't be fucking letting people in the chat pick another bleeding story ever.
You need to dox whoever that was.
Right. Right, go on. Press this
5,
before I give up completely.
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
I really can't stand this. This is after Colin Baker
it's still better than series 11 and 12.
No, it's
yes.
It is.
Yeah,
it actually is.
No, it's not. No,
wait,
it's
what?
not.
Yes,
What?
it is.
No,
What?
it's not. This whole era is worse.
What? Dude.
What?
Sorry, I don't care if you don't agree with me, but that's my feeling on it. I don't like this at all.
So you would rather watch Jodie Whittaker
I would
than
rather watch the woman who fell to earth and spy for Oscar.
No. You have to watch Orphan 55.
Yeah, I'd rather watch
Oh
the
my
whole of Series 11 than watch
So
this
next
shit.
week in
You're
honor of
crazy.
Noel, we're watching Orphan 55.
Oh,
And then
no.
just to rub it in, he's saying that this is worse than the Timeless Children. Although I will admit, my database is much more exciting than the actual episode.
No, I'm not saying it's better than the Timeless Children stuff, but I can tell the writing. This writing is just dire, man.
yeah.
So
it's
you're on Chibnall's side then.
Oh my god!
I just want to point
And
that
if that's
out.
the
You
way
agree
it
with
seems it's coming across, then fine. Yeah, I'll say yeah. I'm being honest. I hate this
dear.
era. You don't realize how much I hate this era. I hate Colin Baker. Hate everything about his doctor. I hate what his doctor stands for. He's just an arrogant twat. Doesn't help then that he's actually like that in real life as well. I just do not like this man as the doctor. Never have.
It's just as bad as Jodie Whittaker.
I'm just looking at your chat for us for hints as to who recommended this, so I can block them from everything.
Yeah, I don't think they're even in the chat.
Oh, so they did this on purpose.
Probably did because the number, because we normally get.
Yeah, they selected it and then ran away.
We've got 14 only watching. We normally get about 20, 25 people watching on a Saturday. But this story is so bad that people have stayed away. Oh, now we're down to 13.
Look at that! Look at that model work. Not even on a goddamn crane. How fucking lazy can you be? I'm like, you have the cranes. They were mini cranes. They were in the props department, or no, the effects department. Literally, all you had to do was put the ship up on top of a goddamn starfield, and it would have looked like that. Sorry.
And this gym is just hilarious. It's
I
just
know,
like
gym in space.
Yeah, it's like one treadmill thing, hardly
That's all
very
they can
science
afford, dude.
fiction.
I don't know why Honor Blackman put herself in this.
And she's exactly like this in real life as well. I used to work for a taxi firm, and she used to have an account with us. She would call up, but no one wanted to speak to her because they were all afraid of her. Except me. She loved me. So.
Is there anybody you don't know?
Because she spoke very posh down the phone, so I spoke really posh back to her. I think she liked that.
You do have a very posh accent. I have a Canuck accent.
Canuck.
Yeah, my
Chris
accent.
says Go ahead, Charlotte. Go on.
I was going to say my accent doesn't have one home. It can go from very north to posh south, as I refer to it.
We need to have you and Lee do posh accents for an entire review, and the rest of us will just shut up.
Rather.
Oh, darling, what are you doing?
Oh, grand piano. Saying it's one's grand piano, is it?
Oh, sit on one's grass.
Oh, rather. Well, being.
Oh my dear God. Okay, let's not do that.
No, you're not liking Colin. Colin's doctor lines up with Colin himself. He wanted to dress similar to how Christopher Eccleston was, but they ignored him. Yeah, it's not just his costume. It's just his whole doctor.
Personality.
He couldn't pull off the leather jacket. He'd look ridiculous.
Especially with that curly blonde hair. Oh my God.
His earlier big finish, though, is fucking great, I have to say.
No, he wanted to prove himself, and say had he quit 10 years ago, then it would have been great. But unfortunately, he kept going.
Yeah, him and the companion Evelyn are just brilliant together.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Maggie Stables. That's one of the best companions in the show's history.
Yeah, but they work because Maggie was basically a battle axe. And like in the most positive, lovely way, she was a battle axe, and he needed a companion who could look at him and go, "You're being an absolute idiot, and I'm going to tell you that."
Yeah.
And people are saying she could never be done on TV because she was too old. I'm like, what? No, I would have loved to have seen her on TV. That would have been awesome. You know, not everything has to be about sex.
Well, no, but here's the thing: it's like even in the newer run, we've had older male companions. So why can we not have older female companions?
Wilf,
yeah. Wilf. I'm like, I don't know. I didn't mean to get, well, this was back when things were normal. So I used to get, I won't use the word triggered, but frustrated whenever somebody would say in comments, yeah, well, they could never do this on TV. Why? Why?
There's no excuse nowadays. I mean, you can pretty much do anything on, with CGI and all sorts,
No, don't de-age her. The age was part of the appeal because she was all, she was literally like the female Doctor. It was awesome. And then they brought in a couple of them. I liked Flip until Flip became an SJW.
I mean, such a crappy spaceship.
Yep.
It's maybe it's an 80s themed spaceship.
It is very 80s. It looks like something out of Thatcher.
Yeah.
Although you folks in the UK were much more colorful in the 80s than we were on this side of the pond.
That's what we thought about America. Everything was very beige and beige and grey in the 80s here.
Yeah, same.
The fashion was very colourful.
Same in
Ireland.
Grey and yellow used to be a corporate thing. Like, remember that?
Women used to wear shoulder pads.
Everybody used to wear shoulder pads. The Doctor's wearing shoulder pads.
Yeah, I can see them.
No, literally, when I was a kid in the 80s, if you had a suit, the suit had shoulder pads.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine that coat. It's a big, heavy coat, and he's got to wear that in a big, warm studio as well. I mean, it's sections of melting wool dyed in patches all together, and pillow ticking trousers. You know that. Old...
Yeah, when he had the coat remade for the Ultimate Adventure when he took over from John,
that purple
it was
one.
A lot lighter.
Yeah, it was the purple one. I thought the purple one kind of suited him better than this.
I love this coat, I have to say. I don't like the yellow trousers or the waistcoat, but I love the coat.
Who are we talking about?
The coat.
Colin Baker's coat?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
What?
I'd wear it.
Well, I wouldn't exactly wear it. I would wear a Tom Baker scarf walking down the street, but
Okay,
I wouldn't wear
I
that.
gotta leave now. I'm leaving now. Bye.
I think we've broken Bolstrek, everybody.
The only Doctor's costume I would wear is Peter Capaldi's and the coat and the hoodie.
For me, Tom Baker's coat is he had the best coat.
I'm trying to think who, if I had the choice, because I don't buy a lot of like merchant like stuff that's very much from the show. I just love to watch it. I'm trying to think who I would like wear. I tell you what, I would wear Tennant's long brown coat because I quite like that coat.
I always thought that was too long.
See, that's what I liked about it. And because when he would run in it, it would like kick up at the back, and I always thought that was a bit of a nice heroic sort of thing.
Mm. No, I'm just a fan of frock coats. I think.
Yeah, I think I liked Tennant's blue suit more than I liked the brown suit.
See, I thought it was the same about both of them. Like I said, the only bit of his costume that I remember really liking was the coat. And it's like even though I adore Matt's costumes, I would never wear like any bits of it. I don't think I'd even be able to pull off the bow tie bit.
Can someone just shoot me, please? I'm serious, man. I'm actually thinking of just knocking this off, man. I'm just so bored, man. Who did this, man? I forget who mentioned this.
Pip and Jane Baker.
Sorry, God. I'm serious. Don't ever show your face again. Seriously, man.
All right, Chris Chibnall.
Seriously, what do you call me Chris Chibnall for? He was right in this fucking story anyway. I can fucking tell you that.
I'm back, and I'm disappointed in both of you. One of you likes the coat, and the other one likes Chibs.
I don't like the Chibs. I'm just saying he was right about this fucking story he was giving out about this one anyway, I can tell you. And his costume's a joke. His acting, his facial
I like these robot things.
Me head in. Yeah, the robots are not too bad there, yeah. Nell is just annoying me, man.
Yeah, but I'm going to be honest, like, Perry was more grating to me at times with her voice. Even though, like I said, I did feel sorry for her a lot because she was basically an abuse victim.
That's because as somebody on this side of the pond, she never got the accent right.
Yeah, it just
Not
kind of
even
comes
close.
with a fake American accent. And that just always grates on me, whether it's
And
a Brit doing it or...
Well, here's the thing I have to ask you British people. Why do you think that people on this side of the border say "yeah" at the end of every sentence?
Because you do.
No.
Hey?
I don't say that. Hey?
Sorry, friend. Hey?
About a boot?
A boot? Yeah, well, you do that. You do. You do.
No.
To be fair, you were talking about Americans, weren't you?
Yeah.
And how they're portrayed in our like films and TV.
I have actually, in my videos, I will admit I have found myself saying a boot, and I've actually gone back and re-recorded that line. About. Right, Noel?
What?
Never mind. You go back to talking about chips.
Do you know what was freaky? Literally when you were just saying that, Noel, Daniel in the chat was saying the exact same thing as you.
Oh, for God's sake, he did. He did, and all. Look at him. Daniel, I feel your pain, mate. I feel it.
Okay, so who's going to say who picked this?
I don't know who picked it. I have to go back through last night's bleeding feckin' yoke.
Okay, so we're going to have to find out who that was and ban them.
Her voice.
Bit like yours, Noel.
Yeah.
All right, 2 more episodes still. 2 more, then we're done.
You could end it right now. Or I'm playing it in VLC player. I can play it at double speed. It isn't. Oh. It's Scooby-Doo. My God, it is Scooby-Doo.
But at least Scooby-Doo had like the fun campness.
Yeah.
This is fun.
And
Wait,
the
no, it's
biggest
not.
Morgellon did not switch on his translator. Ah.
Oh,
bloody
and here's the assistant, which actually is a bit freaky. Like it's like, why didn't they have like a load of people like her as the villains instead of what we got? Oh, I've just realised why when you guys were talking about Linda Bellingham, like, oh, I'm not seeing her. It's because I'm watching an edited version where they've cut out all the actual trial bits.
Really?
She's the Bisto gravy lady. Don't be calling her that. She's the Bisto gravy lady.
What
That's
the hell
what
is
she's known
Bisco gravy?
Go and check out the Bisto ads.
Is it?
Bisto.
Google Bisto gravy.
You Brits, you got all these things you never heard of before. You got your Tesco's and your Asda's, and we got like Walmart.
I'm not going to lie, Bolster. Hearing you say Asda and Tesco was quite funny.
Yeah.
It's like when we try and say your supermarket names.
You got an Aldi over there? Or Lidl?
Yeah, we got...
I was making... No, I was saying all you and your strange names. And you got cars made by the same companies that make our cars, but they've all got weird names and they're the size of fucking go-karts.
Well, when you got roads like ours, you need smaller cars.
Well, that's your own fault.
Oh, sorry for having a civilization before yours.
I don't understand how anybody can actually drive around London without getting killed. I look at it on Google Earth and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And this comes from somebody who used to commute on the busiest highway in North America.
Well, I'm sorry, London has been around since, 1,000-odd years or so.
So that's a lot of time to make normal roads.
Yeah, but, cars have only been a thing for the last 120-odd years.
And you don't call it expressways, you call it like the M1. The M1...
Motorways. They're called motorways.
It's a goddamn freeway.
Motorway.
Oh, we're going to have an argument now.
What freeway? Freeway.
Free because
freeway, the name
because
of the
we got the freedom. We all got
and it's vehicle, not vehicle.
Yeah, vehicle.
It's an auto.
If you're living in Ireland, down the country somewhere, it's vehicle. It's vehicle.
And apparently you have something against automatic transmissions.
The CSO, colour separation overlay, is really bad in this.
What are you doing away from your post? I'm a security officer and I heard the noise and I was going to investigate it, Mr. Mustin. What's wrong? What's your fucking problem? Oh, Jesus Christ, are they in every scene, man? Look, she's laughing for no reason. What are you laughing for, you dope? There's people dying and you're laughing.
Oh, Chris Persia. Bull's track. I thought only Newfie said a boot. No, Chris, I learned the hard way that somehow, subconsciously, we all say it. And I didn't know I said it until I did YouTube and people started making fun of me.
You can tell this is the back end of a BBC studio, with
Well, that's that's where they were sent to at the time. It's like you go to the closet.
Yeah.
You go to the naughty table.
It's all
that-
recycled sets from Doctor Who past. I mean, recycled from the Peter Davison era and reused, and you can see it in later episodes that the helmets are reused from Earthshock. I mean,
the BBC was being very passive aggressive at this point after being forced to bring it back.
So when you think about it, it's sort of a miracle we even got a Doctor after Colin.
yeah.
Yeah, but I'll give Sylvester McCoy one thing. Most of his stories are crap. But
Yeah.
I'll give him one thing. He brought back
Crap.
respectability
Crap.
to the role of the Doctor. I actually
Oh man,
didn't
we can't be friends anymore.
Colin Baker's, but I can tolerate
Noel and I cannot be friends anymore. Have you ever watched season 26, Noel?
Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm
Remember
watching
the
the Classic
Dalek?
Who.
And you don't like season 26?
Mate, like I have like.
You like Curse of Fenric?
At
You
this
like
stage, you've got to remember,
Battlefield?
right? At this stage, you've got to remember, right? When Colin Baker and then Sylvester came along, my interest in Doctor Who kind of waned a little bit because Colin Baker had totally destroyed it for me.
Yeah, just get inside it, Colin.
Oh, it's all fun.
So, look, I've been watching Sylvester McCoy again, and that's what I'm saying. His Doctor is a lot better than I remember, but he's still, though, if you think of the Doctors that we got before that, right? Colin Baker and Sylvester McCoy are the two worst Doctors in the classic era, in my opinion.
Noel's not my Doctor. He's just said he doesn't like two Doctors. He's like a triple not my Doctor.
Yeah, that's what it is. A triple not my Doctor. Yeah.
I am so disappointed. Okay, I'm leaving again.
Aww.
Bye.
Aww. I tell you what makes you feel any better. We'll do season 26 together. What do you reckon?
Okay, I'll come back.
Right.
and if you make fun of any episode in that series, which it is my third favorite season, then we can't be friends anymore.
Okay, fair enough. I'll rewatch it again, right? I'll rewatch it again with you. We'll do a season 26 special.
Is it just me or the door's rickety and it didn't close?
No, they're definitely rickety.
Yeah.
Sure.
And that's the sound of the cloister bell with a wobble on it.
Oh my god. Like this is like a student film I made when I was 8 years old. Again, dudes,
Everything looks MFI.
I have to say, Daniel's on the ball today. Well done, Daniel. On the ball today.
As everybody's watching these effects, just remind you one more time, this is a year before Encounter at Farpoint.
Yeah, it's actually, when you put it in that context, this is pretty look, even the number 8 was shaking. Did you see the number 8? Didn't even stay on the door properly. She closed the door and the number 8 moved.
Oh, I saw.
Look at the shower. Vervoids going to have
Look
a shower.
at the curved piece of paper on the wall. Like cheap-ass cardboard.
Yeah.
The light is crooked.
Like, I know
the goddamn wall is crooked.
Shaking sets and all, but you think it would have, like, especially
Look at the wall, it's not straight.
Era, it would have improved.
That was the hardest he could hit it without knocking over the wall.
Well, the TARDIS wobbled in Matt Smith's The Power of 3 pretty badly.
See, I don't even remember that. And
it was written by Jim.
I'll have to check that out again, actually.
It was when they were going into the TARDIS, it wobbled pretty badly.
All right.
Because I'm trying to think of any time in the newer run when I've seen that, and I can't even think of one.
Yeah. It's when the TARDIS is in the Pond's living room.
Now, I will say that looks pretty impressive.
Yeah.
There we go again, like the scream right there in the same key.
Yeah. That's all she was known for. Like screaming. Like I remember my dad hated her as a companion.
Everybody hated her.
Yeah. Well, as I said, I'm not even waiting for these titles to finish. I'm just going straight into the next episode. Fuck that shit. Seriously, man. I can hear someone's music in the background now. Come on, guys. Now I don't want to keep repeating myself every week.
I can hear some.
I can't.
It was. Someone's just at the stopping it now, but there was. I could hear the title sequence coming through.
Who's got the fancy headphones?
I don't know, but I hate saying it every week. I shouldn't have to say it every week now. This has been an ongoing thing now for the last few months. So,
Well, here's what we do. When we do the countdown, everybody turn down your volume for the
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's who's ever doing it may not even be aware of it.
I know.
You could have an ultra sensitive directional mic, and there's nothing you can do about it. So who is the one here with the fanciest mic?
I don't even have like a separate mic. It's built into my like, Kindle. So
Mine's a blue Yeti.
Oh,
Mine's
so
a cheap thing out of TK Maxx.
right, so literally, Lee and I are both using Yeti mics, so it's one of us.
Right, and it's not me. I have me.
I've got my good headphones on, even though they're broken.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. You got the fancy headphones. But Lee and I will both turn down our volumes because who knows which one of us is bleeding.
Right, Daniel's like me. Let's get this over with. Oh, I love it. Right, yeah, let's do the countdown.
Yep, so 5, 4,
7,
3, 2,
7.
1,
Go.
If you go back to 7, then it's a longer countdown then, Noel. Are you sure?
I just thought I'd throw out a random number there. This is the only decent thing. It's the title sequence.
Can you hear it now?
No,
Okay.
actually.
So it was either me or it was Lee.
Like, what's she smiling for? Sarah's just walking down the hallway with a big grin on her face. Someone's just to be murdered and you're smiling.
It's alright, she has a freak out later on when she sees a pile of dead bodies.
Oh, the wall shook there.
Here's a question. Was there there seems to be in Classic Who, I know there was some nice and like good scientists.
Yeah.
But like it seems to be about 90% of them, if they were in a classic Doctor Who story, they're gonna be either corrupt, greedy, or stupid.
That's a pretty good effect on the head, though.
Yeah, that's what I said. That is a pretty good effect, yeah. I agree.
Oh, Michael, me and Noel will have to agree to disagree with you there. I don't want to admit though, I didn't want to like strangle him as much watching this today. And I do like also the thing in like the story you've got here that what's he called? Like the guy who runs the ship. You can just see what's his title.
Commodore.
Commodore. That's it. That he knows the Doctor, so he's like he doesn't. We don't have to have the usual thing of not trusting the Doctor, learning to trust the Doctor. He as soon as he sees him, he's just like, oh God, you're here. So something's going to go wrong, and I quite like that bit of this story where it's like he's just sort of instantly he knows what's going to happen, and it's fun to see that interaction sometimes.
Well, there's a wormhole.
God, then Michael, if the commentator, so I'm probably going to butcher his name again, knew the Doctor in his third body, it must have been quite a shock to see this Doctor roll up. I couldn't think of two more opposite Doctors.
I don't want your advice, but ask for it. Typical English attitude, stiffer up lip and all of that, and don't show your emotions.
Oh, yeah, you mustn't panic.
Especially back in those days. Now, don't pick it up now, you idiot. Now, why would you go and do that now? Oh, look,
Yeah,
she's running.
So look, now we're seeing actual glimpses of the monster. Comments, people? Like they do sort of clever a bit, because in the other episodes you just saw their hands or their bodies. Now you're actually seeing their heads.
They're like penis head vaginas.
It's like, really, did nobody in the costume or design or whatever the department's called look at that and go,
It's a bit sexy.
a bit phallic, just a bit, like
A little bit. You've got penis heads and vagina mouths. I mean, it's a bit odd.
Well, it's not even that; it's the colouring as well. Because I'm not. A bit of me was thinking, was this a bet? Like they thought, what can we get this past the controllers of the BBC and have them actually broadcast this?
Maybe they had a bet on.
So I really wouldn't be surprised, because you look at that design and you go, there's either a bet happening here, or they were just that they didn't care anymore.
Must have taken a shitload of acid the night before.
Oh, Ted's not happy.
Oh, the
There
other
goes the
double doggy.
foxes.
Ted doesn't like Colin Baker either.
Well, he's not growling yet. I suppose that's a good thing.
Oh no, he's still growling. He doesn't like Colin Baker either. He's a little psychopath this week.
I was gonna say, how is he? Is he like fully back now and where like
Well,
energy and everything?
his leg is still a bit ropey, but he can walk. But he has an upset.
He's got a gun in his hand, and
I can't even get me words out.
he's got a gun in his hand, and he's got like a communicator. He doesn't use the gun. He starts fucking around with his communicator. It's just like, really?
As I was saying, he has a bit of an upset stomach. So he's been, yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, bless him.
Well, when Ted's not so well, does he like go and hide somewhere for a bit? Or does he look, or is he one of the dogs who wants more cuddles?
No, he just doesn't want me and Cheryl in the same room.
Oh, okay.
Gets very aggressive. She can't even get up to go to the toilet, and he's barking. He's dictating what we do in this bleeding gaffy. He is. Can't do that, and we can't. He gets like that, but it's Halloween. It's coming up to Halloween as well, and the fireworks are going off. So he's all over the place.
Yeah, mine just hide under beds. That's what they do, my pets, when it's Halloween time, when it's bonfire time. Yeah, I sort of agree, Matthew. The idea of the Vervoids isn't bad. It's just, what on earth were they thinking when they designed them? Because that's, I actually think that's not a bad Colin moment for Colin anyway, when he does the speech near the end of, well, can you blame them for hating like us? What did they refer to us as? And he does the whole spiel sort of about how plants are eaten by animals. So that's a really good idea. It's just, could you not have like just kept them humanoid faces with like a load of plants growing on them or something?
Oh, for God's sake. No, they've all left because they're even bored hanging around with you. Yeah, you're not the only one.
I'm gonna say join the club.
Everybody has been having problems with their internet these last. I'm telling you, right? I said this and people laughed at me, right? There's a meteor heading towards this planet, and they're not telling us, and we're all gonna die. So just accept.
Well, actually, Noel, my internet's fine, so it means it's gonna hit your side of the world.
Nah, man. Trust me, the meteor is not going to hit Canada.
But honestly, would anybody care at this point? Well, that's got dark real fast.
In fairness, if a meteor was coming to what, would we all care? No. If the world's fucked up anyway, be doing us a favour, wouldn't it? Maybe then from a more intelligent species will be born on the planet and might actually not be as thick and stupid as we are.
I was going to say it would at least wipe out Twitter, so that would just make the world a better place.
That's always good news. Yeah. Now, how did he not realise that it was heavy? Oh look, she just happens to wake up. Don't throw the towel. Oh my God, those jokes.
While this, there's another non-stable shot. So while all this was going on, I went in the kitchen and made myself a couple tuna sandwiches. It was so much better than the show.
Yeah.
Why tuna? Because it's cheap.
Someone sing a song or something. Just seriously.
I'm trying to think of the last time you had such a bad reaction to a Colin Baker episode.
Nah, it was the two doctors.
Oh yeah, no. But at least we had though Pat and Fraser in the two doctors.
That's true. I could tolerate it to a certain extent.
But all the stuff with Colin and Perry and weird Scottish looking alien.
I just can't get into this doctor. Never could.
You just have to look at it as unintentional humor.
Yeah, just take it as they didn't know what they were doing.
People don't even find it funny unintentionally or otherwise. That's the thing.
Well, at least I enjoyed my tuna sandwich.
Yeah, good man. I have tuna here. I love it, man. On bread.
It's so expensive now; it's ridiculous.
No, it's still like $1.50 for a can here.
A can? What you talking about? Tuna is the cheapest fucking fish.
No, it used to be. It's a lot more expensive than it used to be.
It depends on if you buy it at your posh Tesco's. I get mine at the dollar store, so it may be tuna, it may not be. You just don't ask questions.
Oh, it's
99% dolphin.
Subway yields.
Say what?
There was a rumor going around that Subway was supposed to be using this tuna substitute, and they were called out on it, and they had to write up a whole thing.
They did a test on their subs, and there was no tuna or fish product in them whatsoever.
So whatever you're eating.
But I know if I go to the dollar store and I get those special no-name brand cans of tuna, it's probably going to kill me, but we're all going to die anyway, so who cares?
Exactly. And you might as well die on your own terms, what?
Honestly, it's no worse than eating McDonald's every day, except McDonald's costs like 30 times as much. With my tuna, I can have lunch for an entire week for less than $10. That's including the discount bread.
I wonder how long TD Rich has been waiting there for. Jesus.
Hello.
Hello.
So Patrick likes Taiji tuna then, does he? You like the deal Taiji tuna?
I like the what?
The Taiji tuna.
The Taiji, what is that?
Place in Japan where they
the cheap tuna. I don't know where it comes from. I just
it comes from Japan.
You just put some pepper on it. You just like I'm not dead, and if I'm dead, well, the asteroid's coming anyway.
Yeah. Don't worry, mate.
Thankfully, an asteroid's coming. Great, yeah.
Our allowance. That's if we can get into your country. That is, but
yeah.
Get into my country. No. Anybody can get into my country except your demographic, Noel.
All right. So fuck, am I? Okay.
Yeah, they will let everybody else in, but because you're that one demographic, no, they already want you dead anyway. So they brought it on. Maybe that's the plan.
Well, maybe I should just change gender then.
Oh well, yeah, you could.
Yeah.
But then you'd have to provide proof.
Really bullshit nowadays.
Yeah, and you just need to say it, and that's it. It's confirmed.
No,
actually, in Canada, all you have to do is fill out a form.
Right. Oh, Canada. I don't know the song. Shut up now.
What episode are we on, by the way?
Now we're on episode I Don't Give a Shit.
Episode 3, Peter.
Okay. Well,
We're on episode we all stopped paying attention an hour ago.
This is getting a minus score from me.
Oh, that's what I said. I'm like, you're watching.
Charlie, you got a timestamp.
Your timestamp is 18. 18.
Okay,
even.
thanks.
Yeah, this is getting a minus score for me.
There we go.
Another thing about
trying to figure out who wanted it.
It's a woman from that show.
Seriously, man.
Apparently, she sold tuna or something.
Oh. Carl, she was in that show.
Poor Daniel is suffering. Daniel, I'm sorry I asked you to come into the chat for this one. I can't. Seriously, mate. I'm sorry, man.
and Daniel.
I'll make it up to you, buddy. I'll make it up to you. I'll never do this to you again. Please.
It's okay.
There's 3 other stories in this season.
He's probably never going to talk to me ever again now because of this.
Do you know the only reason I like this season? Because it's nostalgic. That's it. That's it.
Is that it? What nostalgia?
The very bad nostalgia. Reminds me how bad things were.
Oh, look. He tried to beat up a woman. Cancel him. Cancel him.
The doctor's going to cancel him.
I was going to say, Daniel.
He makes a stupid fucking face and then says something and walks away.
Chris Persia corrected us, Noel. You just have to say you're gender fluid. Yeah. Because even though they discriminate based on gender, it's actually illegal now on any government form to ask somebody for their gender.
I agree with Charlotte. Did nobody tell these people that looks like a
what is gender fluid anyway?
One day I feel like a carrot. The other day I feel like a tomato.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was something else.
No, man, that's what it is. Just you can. Yeah, but look at this again. I agree with Charlotte. It looks like who thought that was a good idea?
Well, no, it gets worse if you think about it because they have like smoke coming out of it.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably because it actually caught on fire.
Oh,
like you've got that design, and then okay, guys, just to add to the awkwardness, let's have smoke come out.
Yeah, show did have shaving cream. Like
yeah.
That would have been brilliant.
Turn it into like a 90s Nick show.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's O?
Oh, it's a walking vagina.
Oh, yeah.
It's a cross between it really is a cross between a muff and a cock, isn't it? Really. Oh.
That's a very strange way to hold a gun.
It is, isn't it? It looks like a drill, one of those old drills.
It's a Space 1899 gun.
And those costumes look like they were made out of white garbage bags, which they probably were.
They probably were.
Yeah, I can see the budget was going here this season.
Oh, the wormhole is great, isn't it? It looks so fucking fake, man. And as Bolshek, mate, you put this into context, the Star Trek The Next Generation. What was it? What was the episode again?
Encounter at Farpoint premiered a year after this.
Yeah. Look at the CGI and that compared to the CG, and they're only a year apart.
The comparison you want to make is Time in the Ronnie and Encounter at Farpoint premiered the same month.
Yeah. That's why I went off with Doctor, because we were all watching Star Trek instead.
Oh, look at how bad that is.
Well, like they could have at least used a mini crane or something, or at least put the camera on a fucking tripod.
Put me out of my misery. I'd rather have an hour of J-bots bleeding.
The effects in the 70s are better than this.
I know.
Yeah, I agree.
You see the budget for it. It's gonna blow.
Oh, there's
look at how that person's just kind of gyrating in their seat.
Oh,
look, somebody's shaking the table. Let's just move the camera slightly.
I'm gonna go sleep.
Malcolm Tucker came on board the next series.
I'm like, wow, this is so bad.
No, seriously, I'm not messing. Wake me up when it's over.
No, you were the one who agreed to view it. You are suffering through it until the end. The rest of us could leave if we want.
Do you know the fun thing about the previous series compared to this one? It was extremely violent. That was a fun part. That was yeah. Oh,
They had actual
and-
blood.
yeah.
Yeah, and to be fair,
black hole of tartar.
Thanks be to
Us.
Jesus.
and to be fair, Colin's Doctor matches that more than the more goofy stuff.
Yeah. He was fun the last one. He was throwing people into vats of acid. This season is boring.
Right, one more. We're nearly there. I'm gonna survive.
He was like the mafia doctor.
No, actually, no. We're going to do the entire season. It's a 14-parter. You can't just do.
We would not
We
be
ain't-
told after the stream ever if that happened.
Oh, God.
It's the
Right,
funky Doctor Who theme.
get the ones in the chat. Hurry up, please.
Okay, so nobody put a 1 in the chat. We're going to
If you
hold
don't
on.
put the ones in the chat, I'm never doing Classic Who again.
Well, like I said, you could. You
Try to
could
have a crime lord more like.
no, I'm not doing that one, and everything would have been fine. But you agreed. It's kind of like you chose fruit. You live
Oh,
with
for
fruit.
God's sake, man. It's
And
not
in this
my
case, it's
fault.
kind of fruit that's gone off, and it's giving you
I just
exposed
let
shits.
someone pick it because I couldn't pick
It
an
should have been
episode.
apples. At least could have made cider.
You know what? I'll make
Come on,
it.
let's get this one over with.
Yeah, let's go. One. Come on, please.
You have those bananas that looks like it's now a piece of feces because they're so rotten. Well, you got to eat it anyway because you said, I want bananas. So you went to the dollar store and you bought bananas, and the bananas went off in an hour. So you got to eat the bananas. So these are your bananas. The rest of us are actually going to leave, and you're going to watch this by yourself.
Right, fair enough. Go ahead. I'll just end the stream.
No.
Brilliant.
You chose. You have your integrity. You have to.
Look, it's only one episode. It's not that torturous. Would you ever watch Series 12 again?
Oh no, he said he apparently prefers Series 12 to this.
Wow.
Definitely not.
To be
Definitely
fair,
not.
he did say Series 11. He did say Series 12.
No, it's
I
not
said
Series 11, man.
I'd rather watch Series 11 and 12 again than put myself through this torture. And I know that Series 11 and 12 are torture, but there's some good elements within that torture. There's no good elements here at all.
It's like Hellraiser, it's pleasure and pain.
Right, exactly. It's not. All of them are shit. It's just. I'm not saying the Whittaker era is less shit. There's just some more better things in that one.
I think this is a point where the JNT era went to shit. I think really.
Right, where's the wands? I only see 3 of them. Come on.
Because I told him not to.
One.
They had to wait for us to leave.
No, not in the private chat. Put it in the fucking chat.
Should we laugh?
Yeah, come
What the
on.
hell is going on?
I know.
We're seeing Noel's mental breakdown part 2.
Okay, so
Part
after
2.
this, okay, so after this, because Noel has agreed, we're gonna watch the episode with the dumbest title in Doctor Who history, which would be The Mysterious Planet, and Noel is going to love it.
We've seen it.
We've already
Yeah,
done
we've
that
seen
one.
it.
Oh wait, no, we should go right back to the Twin Dilemma. That he'll love that.
I think Series 23 and 24 were the worst of the
Right,
originals.
I'm going to do it because my co-host has put wands multiple times and I want to still be able to stream with him. So are you ready?
Yeah. He's never going to
Go.
forgive us for this.
5,
Go.
4,
Go,
3,
go,
2,
go,
1,
go,
go.
go.
No, I want a book report.
Here's the best part, though.
It's the hipster version.
Oh wait, turn it down.
It's like, I do not like this remix of Doctor Who music.
No, I don't like it myself.
I like
I love
it.
the Peter Hill.
It's
next
like
one's worse, though.
they took the old theme
Yeah.
and cut its balls off. And he ended up with this.
Dr. Pooh is here for you.
I like the
It
bass.
sounds like an Amiga game. It really does.
It's like
No,
a Bond
it's worse.
What's wrong with Amiga games?
Well,
Hmm.
I
Nobody
was
ever played
busy
Amiga.
playing Mega Drive games. That's what's wrong with Amiga games.
Xenon 2 megabytes, excuse me.
Halford killed me.
Oh,
father.
quality tune.
In
For
these
Dr.
valid
Hill.
things.
Bomb the bass.
This was the era that killed the.
You heard the
passion of
tune to
Dr. Hill
Exile?
from
It's
Dad.
weird.
He didn't like it at all. This was the one that killed his passion.
Big old hipster and trippy, the Amiga. That was a problem with it.
Well, Nightly, good to see you in the chat for 5 minutes.
Vervoids are farting in her.
Even I can't watch this. Good night, all. Ali is off. See you later.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The only good episode, the first one, because it's got several
We'll never
objects in
pick
it.
the
That's
Colin
it.
Baker story again. Don't you worry.
Wait,
We'll
who picked
have
this?
to have like a really long break.
objects,
before
wasn't
we
it?
come back to
He's
Jealous.
banned. He's banned now.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no, what we're going to be doing is, because we've nearly got all Classic Who done now, what we're going to do is we're going to start all over again, but what we're going to do is we're going to do the Doctors in order this time.
Yeah, but you got to finish the season first. You got to do all of them.
No,
Fart gas everywhere. Fart gas.
I am not doing any more of Colin Baker, man. This is
Voulez-vous
it.
couper de fromage?
Seriously, man. If I find out who picked this story, I'm never talking to you again.
What, me?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When I woke up this morning and I saw the message, because you said you would message me, and I was like, I'll see it like in the morning. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm surprised we're even doing a Colin Baker episode again. And I was just like, oh, the one with the Notorious Monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, in its
so
defense,
many
everything
times
is
I picked it up
notorious.
last night on Contact when they mentioned that story. Oh.
Oh, trust me, Lee, we understand. We know it's not personal. You really don't have to justify it in the chat.
Just imagine.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Their
Trust
full
me,
8
man.
seasons of this.
This is the one time I actually agree with you. We don't
Yeah.
always agree, but I do agree with
23
you.
and 24 were like the worst. Worse than
I'd,
JNT.
I'd rather pour acid on my eyes than see
Yeah.
this. I'd rather jump off a cliff into the ocean and I can't swim than watch this. I'd
That's a
rather
little
be on
dramatic.
the Titanic sinking than watch this. I'd rather be part of the Roman Empire than watch this.
Dude,
Just
we're
think-
at the end of the Roman Empire right now.
Yeah.
I was going to say that's a very precise reference as well.
Yeah,
I think
she
Aliens
does-
was made around this time as well.
She does make
Actually,
it
same
happen.
year, both 1986.
Yeah.
That's an even worse comparison. Jesus.
So,
Oh, I don't know about that, Lee, in the chat. I found that pretty shockingly bad, except from Bradley Wall.
I think
Even
Ed's
the
decent,
sound
isn't it?
effect when he did that with his hand. Like, why were you putting a stupid little sound effect in there for?
Because
Yeah.
they didn't know what else to do. They had a board with 10 sound effects,
It's not a
and they
fucking
figured they could
cartoon.
get their money's worth.
Yeah, but no, let's be fair. This era became like a live action cartoon.
Yeah. Yeah, Brian Johnson was on Aliens. Aliens, not this. It's still Matt Irvine, isn't it? Malcolm Tucker came on board.
Malcolm.
Oh,
Yeah.
look. Oh, he hit him now. Oh, look how fake that was.
Sorry, Mike Tucker.
Oh.
I think it's Mike Tucker. Yeah. Mike Tucker, actually, I think. Yeah, I can't remember. Worked on Red Dwarf,
Oh.
anyway.
Lee's just said I might actually stay around just to hear you guys
It
suffer.
wasn't my choice. Someone in the chat picked it. Don't be blaming me for this shit, people.
Yeah, Mike
Oh,
Tucker, not Malcolm
This.
Tucker. Malcolm Tucker was a lot
picked it
later
last
Doctor
night.
Who.
I asked people in the chat what would we do, and then that was the first one that I seen, and I says, right, we'll do it. Right, I didn't pick this. I wouldn't pick this. I don't like Colin Baker. I wouldn't have picked these. That I don't.
Well, you see, dude, the individual who picked it was here for 2 minutes and then left and said even they couldn't watch it.
There you go. So I didn't pick this. Trust me, I don't like Colin Baker.
You ever thought about trying this on cannabis?
No,
See
it
what
still
happens.
good. It ruined me buzz, mate.
We're gonna leave it up to the chat again.
Your buzz, man. You smoked a nice big fatty, right? You sat here and watched that, right? It ruined your buzz. It would
You
ruin
probably
your
have a
whole-
bad trip.
See, no, what we're going to do is we're going to leave it up to the chat to decide which episode or which brilliant story we're playing next time.
No. That ain't happening. I'm picking the next story to guarantee that it's a
Back
good
to the
story.
unearthly child.
Okay, so somebody in the chat has just decided what our next story is going to be.
We've already done it.
No, well, I was here.
What? Just because. Oh man.
Okay, we're going to do a double bill then.
The good thing about that, it's got Savon Jelts in it. That's the only
There
good
you
thing
go.
about that one.
So, it's a double bill, and then there's going to be a third episode.
Why do you're just taking the piss right now?
Well, no, that third episode is going to be your palate cleanser because you apparently think that's actually.
No, I'm just next week. Next week, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to be in heaven.
Oh wait, no, I got it.
Seriously, lads, leave it out.
Nah, not that one. Oh dear.
No new who.
Someone
new
just
who.
jizzed on them.
Oh dear
No,
God,
don't put any new who in that chat. No new who.
that's not new.
I'll tell you, I wouldn't
Boy just jizzed on them.
Right, Rose McCracks.
And if YouTube asks, it's about a doctor who has a screwdriver, a sonic screwdriver. YouTube.
We've done the Time Warrior.
Did you see my suggestion, Noel? Something that
Dr.
isn't new.
Screw?
Yeah,
Dr. Screw.
it's an actual thing.
Is that Yaz and Doctor in a TARDIS? Dr.
I was
Screw.
gonna say, do you get an interesting result if you put that into Google?
Who wears the Sonic strap-on today?
It's made by a reputable company. Actually, come to think of it, it was an entire TV series. My God, it was. They did 13 episodes.
Oh, for God's sake.
I thought it was just a thing. No, they did an entire 13 episode series. Just for Noel here, just in the private chat. Okay, there you go. There's your next 13 weeks.
Let me see. What is this shit, man? Let's see what this crap is. Oh, it's a Yogi Bob. Okay.
It's for adults. It ran for 13 episodes. It's out on DVD and it has an 18 plus rating.
Yeah, and it got a 7 out of 10.
Better than this.
So he even rates better than Whitaker's era.
I was gonna say that's like a rarity in her run to get that high score.
And of course, his nemesis is called the Mistress.
Uh,
They saw that coming, didn't they?
So the top cast, they've got Medieval Girl, they've got the Interrogator, they've got his assistant Holly, they have a massage android, Holly's mom, and Stone Age Girl.
yeah, but here's the thing. Right? We're all joking, but look at the costume and all. So it's like as if they're molding it off Christopher Eccleston and Billy Piper. That just goes to show you how popular Doctor Who was. That there's a porn parody.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was
the
a porn.
13th.
Well, it probably isn't a porn parody as such, but yeah, soft porn.
It's a
Gentleman's
fairy tale.
entertainment.
Adult entertainment. There you go.
Gentleman's entertainment. Gentleman's literature and entertainment.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
this current Doctor Who episode is so much fun. That's why our conversation has turned into, and that's Noel's honest review without having to say any words.
I'm not giving this a review. It's just getting the -1. That's the end of it. I'm not even going to bother. everybody knows how I feel about Colin Baker, and I don't like his companion. The supporting cast is not bad. I'll give you that, but other than that, like, you know, if the main character doesn't float your boat, then it doesn't matter.
You could tell the entire supporting cast is actually humiliated because you could tell they didn't find out what they were involved in until they showed up on set.
Yeah.
How long have we got?
Forever. We're gonna watch it. We have to watch it a second time because we have to get the full effect.
Oh,
I think I got some beer in my fridge. I'll go get some.
yeah, why don't you get a beer? I'm gonna drink me whiskey, actually.
No, we do this sober.
Oh, for fuck's sake, come on. It's not fair, man.
Is this some kind of Yom Kippur thing that we got to do it sober?
Dude, you were the one that invited me. You sent me the link.
Now we're starting a war.
Right, so because I apologize for dragging it into this one, right? But, like, come on, don't punish me.
Over the Bowls Trek channel to do the next 2 episodes.
No, me and Bowstrek are going to do, and I'm serious if he wants to do it. We'll do a one-off. We'll do season 26.
I probably wouldn't be able to do it all in one day. But, yeah, if we want to do those for the next 4.
Right, so we'll do season 26 over the next couple of weeks, guys, right? Okay.
And if Noel says one bad thing about it, we can never talk again.
Yeah, Bowstrek has basically threatened me like an SJW. Like, if I don't like it, then he's gonna cancel me.
Oh, Series 26 was a good one.
Yeah, it's Bowstrek's top 3 personal favorite season. So that's what
Ghost like being like Prometheus. That's about it.
Because I actually dragged him into this, so I said I'd do it because he was going to leave.
Curse of Fairy. I like Survival. I like Battlefield. Just don't like Ghostlight. That's it.
Yeah. Daniel says -1 is 2 coins.
Ghostlight is the 4th part.
I think Ghostlight's worse because it's a very complex story.
That's the problem. It didn't explain itself.
Now. Yeah, I knew you'd try cancel me.
Well, you were the one that brought it up.
So those laser guns are glue guns. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's an upside.
Oh, Jesus Christ, it is. My God, they got a
glue
glue gun from the fucking prop department.
They use the same glue to stick the shit on it.
It's got a fucking logo on it.
That's why they're all so bad, because they're all high on glue.
No, honestly, look at it. The top, it has a logo on it. They gave them fucking glue guns from and look, that's like one of their little like metal shed things.
Yeah.
I think they actually shot this in the prop department.
Yeah.
Well, they probably at some point literally just had to go, right, just go into an office, nick a load of stuff from there. And we'll have to make that into a villain or a piece of prop.
Yeah, Attack of the Muff-Faced Cockheads, I think this is called. It's like you could do a porn parody just on this episode. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but here's the question. What's more ridiculous? This or literally a monster made out of sweets? The Candyman.
The Candyman.
They almost got sued. They got sued for the Candyman, didn't they? By Bassett.
Well, they did get into trouble for it because the Bassett's went after them.
Yeah. So they had to make it look completely different.
Yeah.
Dude, the Candyman is awesome because the whole concept is batshit crazy.
Yeah. Of the good old days of Doctor Who. I can see blue in your hair, Mel. You're inside of a blue screen.
Fifi.
Okay, I've just had a thought. Did Colin have any like proper historical episodes?
So now we've got racist plants.
You say
Billy had a kind of encounter with George Stevenson.
Yeah, it was the one with the Rani in it.
The Mark of the Rani.
Yeah, that was the only one I did.
They have a bathhouse in that one. I
literally just had a thought to myself, like, did he have any proper historical episodes, Colin?
George Stephen, the one, that was it.
Yeah, Mark of the Rani.
That's the one.
Daniel cancelled you, Charlotte. You're cancelled now.
I was going to say, he's having to watch this, and then we've got our Line of Duty on Friday, and he absolutely hates the first episode of the series 3. So it's going to be a fun stream, folks. Him, like, vintage Daniel ranting, and me being like, there's some good bits in it. I told you, mate, you don't have to watch it again. Just watch it once like you've done, and you don't have to watch it again. But I know you will because you like your prep.
Yeah, you were approaching it the wrong way around, mate. Shut up now, will you?
Yeah, no, that's what it made me think, because I was like, I could remember some Big Finish historicals he did.
That's what I think of that.
No, it's not a Blackman. What a Blackman's the good thing about this episode.
It's how the hell she got into that episode anyway. I mean, she deserved a bit better than this.
I know.
Yeah, but Janky always managed to get these like well-known names, didn't he? It was quite
like Ken Dodd.
Yeah, like even
and Helen
like,
Pace.
Because if you think about some of the worst episodes for Colin and Sylvester, some of them have got some really like quite big names in them.
Like to be the upper hand. That's where I remember her from. On the Blackman, the upper hand, amongst other things like 007. Sorry, Charlotte.
As he missed the story. You have, and you've probably saved yourself a lot of misery, mate.
You've missed the fun of hearing Noel slowly like torture himself on stream.
Yeah. I've lost all sense of reality now. Same, but I never yawn this hard when I watch other Doctor Who.
Just wait till you see the Ultimate Foe.
Wonder if Crystal D liked this episode.
Well, she probably watched it on 1.5 speed, so probably
2 speed. Oh, it's amazing! I tripped like crazy on it.
And imagine I was told I was bullying her because of that, because I called her out and I basically.
But we're saying that on Rabbis earlier. Every time their answer is, "Oh, you're bullying me. You're bullying and harassing me," and it's just telling the truth. Oh, these kids.
I'm actually checking my Twitter feed here. It's more interesting. You managed to piss someone off every day.
Yeah, story of my life, mate.
I don't think Colin Baker likes to sit down and watch his episodes either.
Why would he sit there and watch these, man? Even he'd have to think that.
And even his daughters wouldn't want to watch some of his episodes as well. I mean, they would rather watch David Tennant.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the young girls. Like, what are you going to pick? Like Colin Baker in that terrible outfit, looking a bit podgy, versus David Tennant running around looking very handsome.
Yeah.
Attention, all passengers of crew. We've been taken over by some vagina-looking plants.
Yeah. And, pussy galore and pussy heads.
we need you too.
We should rename it Pussy Galore versus the Pussy Heads.
Robert says, it's a shame that the Vervoids were going to be used as a slave race. Was just a side, should have played a greater part of the story.
Yeah, no, I said the whole idea of them is good.
Oh, there's that fucking scream again. Shut up.
I swear to God, I just heard a cat hissing.
Don't know why she's leaving.
Yeah, the camcorder that my dad had at the time had that effect.
Yeah, I think all the Panasonic camcorders had that effect.
No, this wasn't Panasonic because Panasonic sucks. This was Hitachi.
Yeah.
Not Sony.
I would have liked a Sony Handycam, but they were expensive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
they were
you-
really quite innocent, really, because they were going to be used and abused, and then they die and they
Yeah.
get killed. Yeah, so that's a win. I just turned to compost. I think the doctor should be executed for this crime.
Yeah. He will
You
be.
should have dragged him off and thrown a disintegrator after this episode alone.
He's committed genocide. Da-da-dum, dum, da-dum.
And it's not, and yeah, the doctor's only like okay to do that when it's Daleks. Anything else?
Yeah. Until we meet
Everyone's happy
again,
now.
props on the storage area back.
Doing it again. Oh, we never fucking do.
It just gets by flow and the ship just gets hit by an asteroid.
Tell you what, no, you set me off. I've yawned like 3 times in the last 5
I'm
minutes.
starting to yawn as well now.
Sorry, I can't help it.
No fair dues, mate.
Did you hear the doctor singing at the end?
Yeah. On with the motley. A Vervoid would have grown. Yes.
Do you know what, Doctor? I just don't fucking like you.
Ellie, if it's a 4-parter, that means it's roughly about 2 hours, doesn't it?
Yeah, roughly.
Four episodes it was, this particular story, but
Genocide.
But the Valiard ain't wrong.
exactly, he did commit genocide. So, like, you know. Right, I'm just going to get it going. -1 out of 10. There you go. I'm done.
Yeah, -1 for me.
I'll give it because, like I said, I actually Colin wasn't as insufferable. I still don't like his doctor. I still think he's a terrible doctor. But like I said, you could see a bit of mellowing here. Mel actually didn't get on my nerves. Maybe the more I watch of her, she will. Like, I'm not denying that. But I liked the fact that she was quite like outgoing. She was doing a lot of looking around, questioning things, and like speaking up to the doctor when he was being his usual self.
Jesus, Lily Bellingham was in it as well.
The Vervoids are a good idea. They're just done terribly. So I'll give this a 3.
Fantastic. I think you're being generous, but there you go. That's my opinion. Super Doctor.
I give it a -1 out of 10. I think it's a completely boring yarn. I don't like it. It's like a who'd done it on a cruise liner. I mean, it's rubbish. Purely,
I mean, they're kind of like
imagine-
robots of death, but without the entertainment.
Purely imagined threat. I mean,
Robots of Dahl, it should be.
organic, living plant things, and
Bore us to
it's
death.
garbage. It's boring. It's bad performances, bad acting. It's a huge mess in space. I don't like it.
Fantastic. PD.
I give it a 5 because it's because of the aliens, the Vervoids, because they pissed off a load of SJWs, and because Honor Blackman was it. But that's about it. I do like a bit of Honor Blackman.
Lee.
It's not a kids program at all. It could have been a lot better. It could have been slightly better written, especially the last story. It was very cliched.
Yeah.
It was very routine, running up and down corridors and silly monsters. I'll give it 2.5 out of 10.
Fantastic. The one time I actually agree with Christian, though.
The only time.
It's probably the only time I will ever agree with him. If he said this about this.
Well, this
guy.
series is on a par.
Ballstrek, I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say about this story.
Well, I'll just quote Daniel on Twitter. He just put up "Terror of the Vervoids." It's projectile vomit, so something in that general direction. It's not very good. It has some problems. The sets could have been a little bit better. They could have used something other than glue guns in the props department as weapons. They could have, actually not filmed in the props department. It's very colorful. I especially like the fact that they couldn't even be bothered using a moving tripod or anything for their effects, and it's just shaky. That's some interesting concepts right there. I liked how the walls of the set were crooked. I like the fact that they had cheap cardboard up for the pictures in the ship. I thought that was it was a bold choice. This was a bold episode, very, very bold. You got to be bold sometimes because boldness is the thing. But I've also been, I think giving it a negative number is not appropriate because that's still giving it a number even though it's in the negatives. So I'm going to give it a 0.
Okay. Well, yeah, there's not more. There's not more. See, even my brain's gone to mush, man. Don't ever do that to me again. Seriously, man. From now on, I'm not taking any chat recommendations after that now. Because I've actually burnt these our bridges now with that. So
no, I gave you some.
So we have next week. We're going to be doing
the IMDb link I gave everyone.
Yeah,
private chat.
It's got to be Dr. Screw.
Yeah. And we could do. Then there's 13 episodes.
Yeah, but we're doing Battlefield. You want to do season 26, don't you?
Okay. No. Here's okay. So
have you changed your mind now again?
Well, no. Here's the listing of the 13 episodes for the alternative. So we could pick one of these. So episode 1 is Holly. Episode 2 is Medieval Muff. Episode 3 is Holly's mom. Episode 4 is Stone Age shagging. Episode 5 is Nazi interrogation. Episode 6 is future massage. Episode 7 is stuck in a black hole. Episode 8 is blow up invasion. Episode 9 is out of juice. Episode 10 is wrestling for Holly. Episode 11 is holiday in Egypt. Episode 12 is capture of the Nemesis. And episode 13 is the farewell shag. So, which one do you want to watch?
It's bloody awesome.
But they're good trials, I have to say. Even that few minutes was just that him reading that list was just more exciting and better than what we just watched.
I'm waiting for a recommendation from the chat.
They do it on purpose, don't they?
Yeah,
we should do survival.
Sadako24 says, I'm not watching a bad word that you can't say on the YouTube's Doctor Who as a watch along. I'll probably keep rewinding and pausing and end up out of sync.
Why don't we do survival?
No, we're doing them all in order, man. Battlefield is the fourth story in that season.
Well, we could.
But we've done that one recently.
No, we haven't.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we have.
No, we didn't. When did we do Battlefield?
Relatively recently. That's
very recent.
Yeah,
Relatively
recently.
Hold
You
on,
didn't
I'm
like
gonna
that
check
one, no?
when we last did it.
You could do it in original filming order, which I believe was Battlefield, Curse of Fenric, Survival.
Ghostlight
was actually the last episode filmed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, filming order.
That's the one I went to the set for.
Uh-huh.
You lucky bastard. Although, that's right. I said you were the reason it got canceled because you go to the set to watch and it ends up being the last episode.
Yeah, you can thank me.
What did you do, Probby? What did you do?
We didn't do Battlefield. We did 4 months ago. Right, that's not only recently. That was 4 months ago.
A lot more recent than that.
No,
I'm sure
I have it there. I have it there right in front of me.
Oh,
4
wait,
months ago.
Unknown 289 has an idea. We need the name, but it's another one of these special fan things where the Daleks force themselves upon, or where women force themselves upon scared Daleks.
Right. Why are we even getting into this topic of conversation anyway?
I was gonna say, if you weren't demonetized or like restricted,
Like we
before-
have a lady on the panel anyway, so if we could stop all of that chat now. It was fun while it lasted, but now we'll leave it now. Yeah. But I know I don't know what you're talking about because there's a load of parodies of Doctor Who, especially those type of parodies. But we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there.
well,
so,
do we want to do survival then?
We're going to do Battlefield. No, we're doing an order. We're doing Battlefield. That's what we're doing next week. I'm sorry if you don't. If people don't want to do it, then don't show up next week. It's simple. We're doing.
That is it.
That's what Ballstrek wanted to do, so that's what we're doing. We're doing.
What about what we want?
Well, you've got plenty of choices.
Toady.
This is not the doctor. What do you call it? What Chris Chibnall said? I don't care anymore. What do we say?
It's Battlefield next week. Mine's made up. And
a democracy. That was the word. Sorry, my brain went to.
Yeah,
it's not a democracy.
There's not a
democracy.
Not a democracy on my channel. Sorry, not anymore. And then the next episode after that, then will be Ghostlight, and then the Course of Fenric, and then we have Survival. That'll be the last. So, there we go. That's what we're doing.
They took a long time trying to find a kettle, didn't they? Yeah, long time.
Mm-hmm. Where's my fucking lighter now? What's tomorrow's story? Oh, the God Complex.
Yeah, that's New Who tomorrow.
That's quite a good one.
Yeah.
It
is a good one. Battlefield 1, Part 1 and 4 is good. The midsection is cringe. Said,
at least it's got the Brigadier in it. So,
it's your channel, it's your choice. Yeah, well, I'm only like playing with me panel. Like I'm not really a dictator, but you know, Ballstrek would ask, so I'm doing it from the order. I don't see the point in doing the last story and then going back and doing the rest of them. It doesn't make sense to me. So we start off with his very first story, which is Battlefield. Why? What's he done now? He's melting your. Oh. Is he actually?
See, Ted's not liking it as well.
Is he out for you?
What the hell?
I told you he's gone all nuts, man, because of the fireworks and everything and other stuff. Seriously, he's gone all crazy. He's not very aggressive. Hey!
Oh, Daddy raised his voice, so that means dog be quiet. Super Doctor's eating crisps. I'll tell you what, I'm going to laugh on this panel tonight.
Seriously, man. I have to go in there. I know, he hasn't let her sleep in 2 days, lads. That she hasn't slept in 2 days because of him. He keeps waking us up and everything, man. I managed to get a bit of sleep because I could sleep through a hurricane. Like, Cheryl can't. She's a very light sleeper. He's kept her awake for the last 2 nights.
Jeez, yeah.
Right? It's these fireworks, they fucking mess him up every bleeding year, but he seems to be worse because he wasn't well, as I said. He's had a bit of an upset stomach, but he's been getting very aggressive.
Wow.
He's been getting very aggressive, and that's not like him. He's literally, Cheryl was just standing in the middle of the floor there, and he was going for her.
Jeez.
We're not even allowed to sit in the same room together.
Remember, he's been sick all week.
I know that I'm telling them though that he has been sick of the fireworks. Like I'm telling
No,
them.
I mean he was sick from whatever was bothering his stomach.
Yeah. So like I mean, he's out of sorts. Like, but like he's literally, you can't even sit in the same room. Like she came in to get her dinner and he just fucking flipped. Right? She just walked in to say you have to take him now, and he's at the flipping at her.
And he let himself in the bedroom.
And he let himself in the bedroom. It's like he's walking around this gaff and he's the boss sort of attitude.
He probably does think he is. That's the thing.
Yeah, they do get like that.
Yeah, well, you want to snap out of it because Daddy is not putting up with it much longer.
Has he had the
boss of
snip?
This fucking house, nobody else is.
Has he had the snip? Has he bollocks?
No, he hasn't had the snip. I don't believe in that. That's
Yeah,
cruel.
Well, that's why.
Yeah.
It doesn't
No.
matter. It's cruel. It's
After
cruel.
4 years,
It's crueler to have them on because if they get horny and they can't have their way with their female counterparts, it's painful for them. That's why.
Well, it's too late now.
And now he's getting older. He's getting more aggressive.
Well, it's too
That's
late
why.
now. Too late now. I think it's that's bad. Well, then we have
Leave
our
me
balls
alone.
chopped off because we're an aggressive species.
I've already lost one, mate. I've already lost one.
You know what I mean?
If you ask certain
I
people,
don't
like,
believe in that shit, man. I don't believe in that shit.
Yeah,
Never.
well, I'm just telling you. I'm
I
explaining
know,
why
it's
he's being the way he is because
Yeah,
he's got his
well, snap
testosterone.
him out of it. Don't you worry. He'll be a little mouse again. Right? He just needs to spend time with his daddy. And once I get him out here, he'll be fine. He calms down.
You always
Just very
neuter and
neat
spay
because
your
of the
dogs.
fireworks. That's all it is. The fireworks have really upset him. Fucking hell, man. Dogs can sense things humans can't. Yeah, well, as I said, if that asteroid hits, he'll do us all a fucking favour. Ted thinks he's Grant Mitchell. No, man, more like Phil. More like Phil Mitchell. Because he's got the wonky leg. So Phil is an alcoholic. So, like, you know. Get him a blow-up poodle, says that.
So I'll do it.
You know what we should do? Get one of those machines out of Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
PD Rich will know what I'm talking about because he's
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
the seasons. Getting one of those machines in the veterinarian thing.
Yeah, the horse semen collector.
Yeah. Getting one of them.
I don't think Morty did that. I've seen some things in my time. I just loved it. It did the same thing with the sex bot as well, didn't he?
Right, okay. I'll be fair because I see you are all gone quiet since I said we're doing Battlefield. But we did it 4 months ago, so I think it would have been nice to do it. But I'm not. I'll let Chris decide because he's the one that wanted to do season 26. So, Chris, do you want to start off with Battlefield, or would you like to do the last episode, even though I think it doesn't make any sense? But what do you want to do?
I'll put it up to a vote.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Where's Chris Persian?
So Noel, you would be Battlefield.
Yes.
Anybody else Battlefield?
I don't mind. I wouldn't mind Battlefield.
Okay, so that's 2 to 3, so it's survival.
Okay, survival isn't.
But you're the one that's... Oh, my God.
Well, it's not actually the last episode. Even the end scene was tacked on at the end. It wasn't even meant to be the last episode. So this is an interesting context to look at it in. But then after they realized they may not be coming back between the original season under, which was Ghostlight, which was actually building up to the Ace arc they were going to do next season, they decided to flip them. Survival became the final episode, and then they recorded the voiceover at the end. So I think that regardless of which way we do it, Ghostlight should be the last one we watch because that was supposed to be the season closer. Because Ghostlight, it was Ace's test, and she passed. And then in the season premiere of the next season, which never happened, that was supposed to be the beginning of Ace's training to be a Time Lord because she passed the test in Ghostlight.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Noel loves Ghostlight. We all know that.
I hated it until Rabbi explained it.
Well, no, there's two versions of Ghostlight. As aired, it's very confusing. But there's a later edit which rearranges things and puts in things that were taken out, so it makes more sense.
Wow.
Yeah,
I can't remember if that edit was on the DVD or not. I think it was. It must have.
I'm not gonna lie. Watching Ghostlight for the first time without having any help, I was
Yeah.
like, that's the most I've been confused watching Classic Who. Easy.
Yeah.
Well, somebody tell me, because I haven't looked at the DVD in a while. Does the DVD of Ghostlight have the fixed version? Actually, to spring up. Just out of curiosity,
I'm not sure.
There's an omnibus version.
Would I have Ghostlight? I think I went out and actually bought Ghostlight like a dope.
Okay, Ghostlight DVD special features index, because it's
I
upstairs.
do have Ghostlight, don't I? I think I do, yeah.
Okay, commentary, light and dark places.
It's there somewhere.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they've
I
got.
don't know what I was playing. I think I was on
Yeah,
drugs because I actually went out and I bought Triumph of a Time Lord as well.
Yeah.
So I must have been really on something because I picked two absolute.
That's on you. Man, this thing is.
So that guy says, me and Ghostlight have never seen eye to eye.
I'm almost certain that the Ghostlight extended version, because if you watch the extended version, it makes so much more sense.
Oh, does that?
Extended version?
Yeah.
Like PD said, luckily we had Rabbi on stream and he literally
Yeah.
explained the plot to me. And I was like, oh, I get it now.
It's a Darwinian story. It's about a universe where nothing evolves.
But it does
Things just
so
change,
much
they don't
more
evolve.
in that story. And it's just, I think what it is, it's because it's such a period-looking episode, but the ideas are very hard sci-fi. So your brain almost can't compute what you're watching.
Yeah, it's very cerebral sci-fi, but it doesn't explain itself very well in the episode. You like, what's going on? Who did that? Why did they do that? Where did that come from?
Yeah, and that characters just seem to appear from nowhere almost.
Ow.
Why is Ace wearing a man's costume?
Oh, see, I was alright with that because she's always a bit of a tomboy. So I was like, she wouldn't wear a dress.
No, she wouldn't. I know that was it's just like all this weird stuff kept happening in the episode. Why? And then it was the police officer explains everything. It's like, what? Why is the police officer explaining everything?
I kind of was thinking like, okay, why is Ace freaking out so much? Like, why is she almost having a psychotic break at the mention of Perryvale? Yeah.
That's named after the reason it's Perryvale is because Mike Kelt, the guy who rebuilt the TARDIS console. That's where his company's based.
That makes sense. It's an odd name to give a place.
Yeah, Autumn. I met Mike a couple of times. Nice guy. He showed me the Master Chief helmet they use for the Halo promos because he's got it. His company built it. I got to punch for a fake piece of bruise block. It's kind of cool.
I don't know about Jules, but I just can't get comfortable today. Did you ever get one of those days where you just...
Yeah.
Well, you get days when your body just sort of aches, however you put it. Like if you sit down, if you lie down, if you stand up, your body just aches.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, did you know how I woke up? I didn't need an alarm clock to wake me up today. Ed fucking woke me up and I nearly bleeding had a heart attack. Fuck's sake. He screaming like that, like he did. I was asleep, lovely sleep. I was dreaming and all. I won't tell you what I was dreaming about, but just let's put it this way. It was a great dream. I was kicking ass. Yeah. In my dreams, I'm always kicking someone's ass.
Joe Biden's?
No.
Don't take much.
I'm going to be...
Raging feminists. Feminists. I shouldn't have said that. I'm going to be cancelled now. I'm only messing. No, I do have these fecked up dreams that there's this black dog chasing me, right? And then I have these superpowers because I can jump.
Black dog runs at night.
To 20 steps at a time. Has anybody ever had that dream, actually? Because a lot of people say they've had a dream about...
Black dog is representative of depression, apparently.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
So is that what I'm doing? I'm running away from me depression.
You're just a bit depressed, mate.
Yeah, because the
Alright.
Black Dog Runs at Night is a kind of I think it's turned into a song by somebody. I can't remember who it was.
Oh, so that's what it is. Then I'm running away from me depression. That would actually make sense. Actually,
Mm.
See, I never remember my dreams. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I have like woken up crying, so I know
Right.
I've had a dream, which
Yeah.
has got me upset. But if,
I wake up
if
crying
anybody
every
were
day.
to, oh, don't you, Lee?
Life.
But no, if anybody would
Ah.
would say to me, "What on earth were you dreaming?" I would not be able to tell you. But like I said, I
Does
have
anybody
woke up
remember
physically
any
crying.
fucked up dreams they've had?
I remember one I had an experience. I remember it so vividly even to this day, and it still haunts me. It was a really weird one. It's like I was in my at my grandmother's house in the conservatory, and there was a fog outside, like a pea super, and there was this figure in the fog, and it was a shadow of it, and it had these glowing red eyes, and then I opened the door was open. I wanted to try and shut it, but the fog had come in and I couldn't find it, and there it was, and it was basically a man rat, right, a rat head on top of a body, and I captured it in a box somehow, like a small box, and then its hand came out and scratched my hand. It was really fucking spooky as shit.
I was gonna say, did you read like Stephen King or James Herbert that night?
Well, I think it must have been something harkening back to when I first watched John Carpenter's The Fog. I think it had something to do with that. It's very,
Because
but
that whole
it
plot,
was so evil. It was very evil. The overwhelming sense of evil was intense. Yeah.
see, I'm not,
Unknown. Did everybody read Unknown's comment?
yeah. Unknown, we love you.
We do. Chin up, mate.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, you can't say that anymore because apparently you're toxic. I'm a toxic male if I say that to you. But if I could give you a hug, I would.
Yeah. Keep fighting a good fight.
That's it.
Unknown. Keep fighting a good
That's it.
fight. That's all you can do. Keep fighting on. It's like Battlestar. Like the life is turned into Battlestar Galactica.
You're a good guy. You're a good guy, man. Don't ever let anybody
Yeah.
tell you any different.
Like you're usually the one in the chat that like if we need a question for anything would to do with who, like you're the first one that always answers it.
Oh, by the way, he sent me a load of time because if people were watching last night, we start talking about fucked up theories about cartoons. He sent me a load of stuff on
Wow.
Thomas the Tank Engine, man. Oh, holy shit, man! He gave nightmares. I tell you, nightmares.
Watch the round the bend bit on Thomas the Tank Engine. It's bloody hilarious.
Nightmares.
Clarence the Crank Engine.
So, look, we all go through dark times, dark periods. You know, just to let you know, we're all here for you.
Yeah, reach out if you ever need it. Like we all have said that. We all are very, whether that's Twitter or Messenger, like we're all very open to just chatting if you ever need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all around.
We all go through it, trust me. You're not alone. As I keep saying, everybody thinks they're alone, but you're not really alone. You've got friends.
Yeah.
Friends.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I tell you, last night's conversation was good. It was.
Yeah.
So what's the episode we're watching again next week?
Survival.
Survival.
Yeah, because if I don't do it, Lee's gonna cry like a baby. Oh, I think Lee is already.
He's going to sleep.
He's getting angry.
He's farting.
He's turning into the Hulk.
Yeah, you don't want to see me angry.
You don't want to see you angry.
Right, come on, wrap up. I need to fuck off.
Yeah, well, you can fuck off, right? Yeah, I'll wrap up when I feel like wrapping up.
Right, I'm off. See you later. Bye.
Are you not going to do your channel shout-outs before you go?
Yeah, you know where I am. Bye.
Oh, Jesus Christ, he is in a hurry. Go ahead then.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
He's in a hurry.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Hurry, Mrs. Murray.
See ya. Jesus, he's always last one off. What's going on there? Ooh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He almost helped me tonight.
Well, hold on. What is it? 25 past 9. He's probably going to get. Well, he had something. He's probably going to ring Melina or something.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Okay.
Paul Bum's a very busy bloke. He'll be because he's got something to do.
And he's got videos to put together as well, I think.
Oh, I
so.
still got to do mine for Elena and send it to.
Yeah, same here.
Gobby Guy.
Yeah, Gobby Guy has received over 9 videos now, so keep them going. So for anybody that doesn't know, what we're basically doing is everybody is gonna do a little video clip. You don't have to show your face. You can do a little poll. You can be as creative as you want. But basically, what we want you to say in the video is, "We stand with Melina." That's it. We stand with Melina. It'll take you a couple of seconds, and send it to Gobby Guy. He's put his email address, which was probably a bad move, but he put it on Twitter, and now he's being signed up to all sorts of things from the J-bots because they got a hold of his email address, and they're signing him up for all of this because he keeps getting notifications that he's got a subscription to Pornhub and all this rubbish. But send your videos to him. I've also done a couple of videos where the links to his video that he did and his email address is in his link description as well, and his Twitter account. So we need them all in by Friday. What? Say that again.
Oh no, just to clarify. So does he just want people to say we stand with Melina?
That's
it, or does he want us to say something else as well? Because I think there was some.
Well, if you want to say something else as well. I mean, Charlotte is. I'm going to suggest this to Gobby when I speak to him. But Charlotte is going to do a little speech that she did.
No, Lee's going to hopefully record it because he's got it typed.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say we start off the video with that, and then everybody does that. Yeah, but you could say if you want to add something to that, Ballstrick, you're more than welcome. Yeah, but just
that was something that I'm glad I remembered to clarify because I was seeing that coming up in some of the questions as to what exactly was wanted in the video. So to clarify for everybody listening, so it sounds like you can say just we stand with Melina, or just a short statement and then we stand with Melina.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you could do whatever you want, be as creative as you want, and then send a video directly to Gobby Guy's email address. So also you have to bear in mind as well to make sure that the video is a certain amount of megabytes as well, because email is a bit weird. Yeah, if it's over a certain megabyte, it won't let you bleed and send it. So yeah, that's.
I think the limit's 5.
Yeah, so I think you can. I think there's ways of bloody converting the video and all of that. I think you can do all that. I just don't know how to do it, but yeah. So send it to Gobby Guy. If someone in the chat could actually put his channel and his Twitter account in.
There's an alternate way as well. If you can't figure out the conversion, if you have a YouTube channel, upload it to the channel. Just put it as unlisted. Give Gobby Guy the link, and he can download it directly from YouTube. That's how I usually exchange longer files.
Well, then there you go. There's another way of doing it as well. But there has been a positive response. So I just want to thank everybody so far that has actually gone out of their way and put their little video together. We really do appreciate it. Now what will happen is, as I said, Gobby will get all those videos together, he'll put it in one big video, and then he'll upload it, and then he'll share it to the rest of us then, so we can throw it up on our channels and throw it up on Twitter and wherever else you want to throw it up to show solidarity and support for Melina. And not just Melina, as we said, for every other person like Starry-Eyed Girl that has been bullied in this fandom by these people. It's absolutely disgraceful that it's still going on. 5 years now, if you think about it, the casting of Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall as showrunner, as soon as the media start coming out with their crap that anybody that had a problem with it was a sexist bigot, yeah, these fans all then start piping up. So this has been going on for 5 years, folks, right? The bullying, harassment of long-term fans and other fans out there because they have a different opinion about a TV show. And we have to put it, you have to remember, I know I complain a lot about it, but it is just a TV show after all. but these people act as if it's life and death, and if you say the
platform for
wrong
them, isn't
thing, you say the wrong thing, and that's it. You're done for. And we can't have this mob mentality anymore. So this is why we're doing this. So you can get all these videos in by Friday. And again, that wasn't my deadline, because people are saying, "Oh no, you have to give us a bit of time because some of us work." It's not my deadline. I think it's the deadline that Gobby guy came up with. That's Friday. I'm sure if we need to hold it back for an extra few days or so, I wouldn't say there'd be a problem. But as I said, there's been a great response so far. So, I think by the time we get to Friday, we should have a lot of videos for him to compile together. And it's, as I said, it's to show solidarity for Melina and everybody else there that has suffered at the hands of trolls and bullies in this fandom. And a lot of us on this panel have been subjected to that nonsense as well. So it needs to be highlighted, and this way we're hoping. Well, I'm hoping probably living a pipe dream here, but I'm hoping to get it gets a reaction from some of the people on the other side that can see, that this has gone too far. But by looking at some of their posts, and Ballstrek will tell you, we're seeing their posts like it's ridiculous. They're even denying that this girl was bullied offline and stuff.
And not just little people. There's some large YouTubers that have taken part in this.
Yeah, but we've got to remember that as well.
Including, I won't mention names, but check marks.
Yeah, check marks as well. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And it needs to stop now. It's gone on too long. And as I said, look, and I hate to say I told you so, but I told you also. I told you Jodie Whittaker, Chris Chibnall leaving wasn't going to make this any better. If anything, it was going to make it worse. And that's exactly what happened. It's made it worse because they know that this era is ending now, so they're lashing out. And
yeah, it's getting last. It's getting last.
Animal is most dangerous when it's cornered.
But listen, folks, here's the thing. This gets worse before it gets better. So let's try nip it in the bud now. And that's what we're trying to do. And there's other people out there, which we won't mention, that are piping up and doing little weird videos. I mean, Ballstrek, you gave me nightmares last night, for fuck's sake.
It's... I'm not going to go into details, although some of it you've seen on Twitter and some of it I haven't addressed. But you can tell that the next season has started because I am in the middle of, once again, an absolute shit show.
Yeah.
And there was, I'm not going to mention the name here, but one large YouTube account that replied to one of my troll hater, whatever you want to call them, completely misleading. I am going to make a response to that, and then I'm never addressing this checkmark YouTube again. But this bullshit line that they pulled this morning, I'm not letting it stand. So did
something else happen?
No, I think.
Oh, is it the same? Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking
about. It was the one that I'm not mentioning the name because we're not going to give them that attention on here. But it was the one that was, and this is one of the nastiest people I've ever. This person is completely unhinged. Only getting one or two likes. Yeah. Well, no, this one's. So literally, this was a thread that was only getting like one like, which was probably the individual, and then this larger website, who I will not mention, responds because they were probably looking desperately for anything to back them up, and literally played the victim. It's absolutely disgusting. So if you want to know, I'm going to screen cap this. I'm going to put out a short tweet, and then I'm blocking this check mark, and I'm never addressing them again. But this particular group has been a problem in Doctor Who fandom for a very long time, and this is where a lot of the toxicity comes from. And so, Noel, I hope that was vague enough.
No. I know who you're talking about now, but yeah. No, listen, you have every right to fucking. Obviously, you don't want to mention their name, but you have every right to respond.
So the name will be mentioned in the tweet. I'm sending the full screen cap.
Yeah, dude, I think you need to I said this to you as well. I think you do need to say something anyway.
Oh no, well, I already did. I pretty much eviscerated them. I've had disputes with this group going back to 2007 when they actually published a false rumor that the Web of Fear had been found 6 years before it was actually found. They haven't liked me since then.
Yeah. I tell you, I just don't get it. I just don't get why they're so hyper focused on the likes of yourself, me, and others out there. I just don't get it. Listen, if you don't like our opinions, and you don't like our streams, you don't have to watch. You can block
but
us
you
on
know
Twitter.
why they do it? It's because you have an audience, and these people,
Don't have
anybody
one, yeah.
with an audience,
There's
doesn't matter the size of it, they see that and it sets them off.
Yeah.
It's well, a lot of it is jealousy, like insane jealousy of people who
narcissism.
thought they were going to make it. Like my one of the idiots that was around yesterday, one of the comments that I actually laughed at. He was making a list of people that he hated. Noel and I were obviously on there, and he's like the drunken Irishman who doesn't know his ass from something or other. I'm like, the drunken Irishman who I know personally, who is about to hit 1 million subs. Yeah, you're an idiot. You have 32 subs, my friend.
He's talking about Mr. Cullen, is he?
No, he's talking. I took a diss at Critical Drinker.
Oh, he's critical.
He's Scottish. He's Scottish.
He's Scottish.
Yeah, no, he said he was Irish.
Well, that just shows how much he doesn't even know watch his videos.
Scottish.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
he's Scottish.
So he called him Irish, but he's Scottish, right? I got it.
That was one of them that was circulating around yesterday, but I wasn't engaging with them because I didn't want my blood pressure going through the roof. See, here's the problem. This is why I've changed the way I do things. It used to be where I would get in fights with these people, and it would last the entire goddamn evening. And this was going on my days off. Every Friday and Saturday night, I'd spend the whole goddamn night fighting with people on Twitter. When there's other things I could do, I could be out hanging out with the nephews. I could be watching a movie. I could be taking Lexi for a walk. But it's like every night I had off. The whole damn night was just fighting with these people on Twitter. This year, other than the occasional snide comments, which I will probably do, I'm not having it this year. I work. I'm trying to maintain a YouTube channel, at least for Series 13, so I'm busy enough. I like having a social life. I like spending time with my dog. It's Halloween, so I always watch one horror movie a night. So, I'm not going to spend every night getting in spats with these people. It's like, and this is what I'd recommend to everyone else as well. It's not worth it. Like, get in your one snide comment because they're so pathetic. You can usually destroy them with one tweet, and then just block them.
That's what I do. I do just give the one comment to the one each individual, and then I either block or mute the bastards because I don't have time for them anymore.
Oh no! Wait! Unknown 289. What critical? Were people going after him, or was he going after you? No. Just to clarify. Honestly, right now I can't even remember which of the idiots it was because there was like 20 of them on Twitter.
We're on a list.
It was a list of
No Zone is Mr. Wannabe. I'm a wannabe apparently.
It was one of the failed accounts, and they had a list of like the. I think it was the 6 parasites of YouTube. So number one was Nerdrotic, who has over 400,000 subs. Number 2 was me. I'm at 43,000, so honestly, I'm not even that big. 1 was Noel, and I think Noel, you're 2,000-3,000. You got to follow.
I've only got 1,949 subs.
Yeah, but that's also because Twitter hacked your legs off, like they did
not
everyone
even
else.
Worth talking about, like, do you know? What I mean?
No, you've got a following. Just Twitter are being dicks. Everybody knows who you are.
Yeah.
So I think you were number 3. Number 4 on this list was the drunken Irishman, who is the critical drinker who's Scottish and about to reach 1 million subs. God, who was? I think the fifth was one that a person that we don't talk to because she pretended she was being canceled, and it just got pathetic. So I'm not even going to mention this person's name.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
I think. Oh no, Lee made the list.
Lee made the list as well. Yeah.
Lee made the list, and God, who was? I think Az was on the list.
By the way,
I'm surprised if he
was
wasn't.
number 5 on the list, and Critical Drinker was number 4 on the list. I was the wannabe. I was 5, I think, on the list.
Well, no, there were a couple of them. They were all trying to because they.
They're all doing their little list ready.
It may not have even been the same one you were looking at because this came up like 8 times last night.
I don't really give a shit, man. To be quite honest with you.
Oh no, I'm laughing at the stupidity. That's it.
Yeah. I got nobody on YouTube anyway, so I don't know why they're hyper focused on me. Anyway,
it's but no, guys, ignoring them is here's my proof. I stopped responding to or even reading YouTube comments behind aside from the first few.
Yeah,
about 2 years ago. So they were in my YouTube comment section. They'd be. A lot of my regular subs will go after them. I know Noel's gone after them a few times. I believe Chris Persia and a few others here have. I haven't responded to, aside from, a decent comment, I might say thank you. But to these people, most of the time I don't even see their comments.
Yeah.
When I put up a video, I have thousands of comments a day coming in. I don't see your comments, but now it's less and less because they weren't getting a reaction. They haven't in 2 years, unless you're a nutcase named Sparky, but he's my mascot. But other than that, they just don't. And Twitter, earlier this year, I kind of reached the point where I had enough. I gave them, and we all did, I gave them 3 years to come up with some kind of argument, and it was always ists and phobes. Yeah. And then in the end, I had a couple hundred people spamming my Twitter account with a picture of Sarah Jane staring at a Cyberman's crotch, and they spam my entire account. At that point, I'm like, you know what? You have nothing useful to do. So for the first 12 years I was on Twitter, my block list was almost empty. Right now, there's 600 on it, but this is how you know how small they are. Because that stuff has disappeared from my Twitter account. So at most, I occasionally, like whack-a-mole, one will come up. I might say something snarky, but often just to piss them off, I just block them. So it's about 600. But here's the because this is going to come up because everybody here is going to get swarmed when the season starts for working with certain people.
Yeah.
There's the mute function, but the problem with the mute function is they're also now spamming accounts. Like they will use up your entire comment section to the point that nobody can make out anything that's on there. So that's why I say, yes, you can mute, but they could be making your account completely unusable and you would never know. I find it easier to block them because I think that makes them angrier because they can't address you anymore.
Yeah. Then I could taste their own medicine, do they, Ballstrick?
Yeah, you see, that's the thing. But Ballstrick is right. We have said to them on multiple occasions, I've even said it on streamers on here as well. If you can come up with an actual argument, a counter argument against our arguments, we would be willing to sit and listen.
And those people are
invited people onto this channel that are on the other side, and you've seen what happened. They abused that. They did. They come on to try to take my channel down. They wouldn't discuss the era. They wanted to discuss the comments that I'd made, right? So they don't even have a valid argument or a valid case to put forward. And we've given them 3 years to come up with one, and they haven't. So, Ballstrick is right. I'm only for being personally personally attacked by that particular girl recently again, because she has to be in the limelight every couple of months or so.
Oh, she's back again?
She was back at it again, mate.
Well, it's coincidence because my number one fan came back last week too. I don't know, maybe they're working together. Who cares? But here's the thing, though, on what you're saying. There are people that disagree with me, and they are perfectly respectful. Like, those people are still on there. It's like, you know what? I don't understand how. But it's like, okay, it's like, you know what, I disagree on these points. I'm like, okay, you didn't call me names, you just said you disagreed. I'm like, I don't agree with your opinion, but since you weren't an idiot, I'll leave it. And there are some people like that. Those ones I'm fine with. Like if you want to give me a reasonable explanation as to why you like this era, I will never agree with you, but I'm not going to call you names unless public figures are a completely different thing because they suck. But just regular YouTubers, it's like, it's fine. But if you're going to go, oh, you're a racist, you're a this, you're a that, put up a picture of me and a goat and other unspeakable things, make fake Twitter accounts featuring my dog, you're a piece of shit. So, and last season, when season 12 was on, I humored them and I was getting into Twitter fights. You know what? I'm not doing that. I'm not going to spend my entire Saturday night fighting with idiots. Life is too short. You know what? I'm going to watch a movie or go out or maybe do a stream with people here that I actually like talking to. And did I chase Charlotte away?
No, Charlotte normally has to leave. Did she write anything in the chat?
Oh, well, sorry, Charlotte. It was awesome.
She's out of battery. Yeah, I'll put
she must have been out of battery, right? So on Charlotte's behalf, don't forget to check out Daniel's channel. I'm pretty sure she's going to be on Dan the Spacebook's channel at some stage during the week as well. So check out that channel as well.
Sorry, actually, I wanted to say something about that too. I think everybody should check out the Spacebook because if you want to see what is largely, I won't say I'm unbiased. Like I definitely come from a certain perspective, and I'm very forceful in that perspective, and I don't apologize for it. But what I really like about Dan, he's probably one of the kindest people I know on YouTube.
He is,
and he is perfectly respectful of everyone. And the only time he's ever really gotten even a Twitter beef is when he's defending someone else. But if somebody just wants to put the link in, but yeah, no, Dan, probably one of my favorite people in Doctor Who fandom. Check out his Type 40 podcast. It's awesome. And if you just want to hear just like discussion, if you don't want to hear us yelling or me swearing or Noel and I yelling at each other, just check out Type 40. I can't say that enough. It's probably
I agree with you.
My favorite podcast.
He gives a balanced view as well on stuff. I try to do that on some of the streams that I do myself, and I will when Series 13 comes along. But I already know it's going to be a shit show. I think everybody knows it's already going to be a shit show. The production behind the scenes hasn't been doing too great either. They're still filming, by the way. They're filming one of the specials, by the way. They've been filming in a location for 4 days.
Is that the unit one? Yeah.
The Whammon unit, yeah.
So we don't know what's happening there. So
Charlotte. Charlotte's in the chat just saying, she said that battery died, folks, just in case you didn't catch it.
Normally she sends us a message to let us know that it's dying, but it must have died so fast because she was. And also, like, she was engrossed in the conversation with us. She probably didn't check our battery. But listen, Charlotte, it's always a pleasure having you on, and I'll see you tomorrow for some new Who, the God Complex. Your favorite Dr. Matt Smith, yay! But yeah, look, I mean, I agree with Balstrek. Look, all this nonsense, it just needs to stop. I just want a bit of peace. And like Balstrek, what I do now is I've been watching, as I said, binge watching Lost in Space. The old Lost in Space. I binge watched the new one as well again. I do love the new one, I'm not gonna lie. But I've been binge watching the original, and I've been really enjoying it. And as I said, I've been watching movies like over the past few weeks I've watched Chaplin, Stan and Ollie. I've watched Breakdown with Kurt Russell.
Oh God, I love that movie. It's supposed to be coming out on Blu-ray finally.
Overboard with Kurt Russell.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I've watched Captain Ron as well with him.
Oh yeah.
I've also watched The Rock, as I said. I've watched Escape from Alcatraz, The Birdman from Alcatraz. I've also, now these are movies I've watched by myself, not the movies.
He's going to watch Mandy tonight.
And you've mentioned the movie that you told me to watch Mandy, so I'll have a look at that. But that's what I've been doing. I've been watching TV shows and movies that I grew up with, all through my childhood and my teenage years growing up, right? And I'm
Yep.
having a great time. I'm having a great time.
That's what I do, man. I'm not watching anything current right now. It's September, October is actually my favorite time of the year because that's when I watch a horror movie every night, and I love it. It's like, and nothing recent. It's all old, or
You
at
like
least
the
everything.
you like the B movies, don't you? You like the B horror movie. You watch.
Oh, dude, my favorite distributor is a North American company called Vinegar Syndrome. What they actually started doing originally, they would cheesy porn from the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
That they actually started remastering and restoring those and putting them out. But then they started putting out obscure B horror movies, and it's awesome. Every Black Friday they do a 50% off sale. So every year I'll buy like 20 of them for 50% off, and then I'll work my way through them. And they're almost all movies I've never heard of before. They're cheesy as hell, and they're awesome. Oh, and somebody asked me a question here about where was it? Drawing Jackrabbit, Bull's Track. Probably one chance to ask this. Would you like a bunny portrait? I have seen those, my friend. They are awesome. The problem is I don't show my face, but I do have a goat. You could do a goat bunny. Actually drawing Jackrabbit. I may even the goat may be coming up with his own Twitter account as well.
So that would be awesome. Professor Dinkle's bleeding Twitter account. You've got to do it now. Now, see that you're at the saying it now. You have to actually do it now. You have to set that up. That would be brilliant. I swear, man. That would be epic.
Oh yeah, no, honestly,
and upload little videos with Mr. Dinkles on it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Yeah, Jackrabbit. If you can figure out a way to make a goat into a bunny, that would be awesome, man. That would probably be the goat's new avatar.
There you go. There you go. And do it, man. And you know what you could do? Mr. Dinkle's life. You
could do Mr. Dinkles dressed up as a rabbit.
Yeah. And then you could have a weekly thing. Mr. Dinkles gives advice on life.
Oh, yes. And the one thing I wanted to say, Nolan, you're talking about awesome. You know what I discovered recently on Prime? I was watching a DVD or a Blu-ray from like 2013, and I'd always avoided watching the show because I thought it would be stupid. But they had an ad on there for season 1 of Bates Motel. So I'm like, to hell with it. It's streaming. I'll watch it. I've been hooked on that show for a month. I'm halfway done the last season. If you have not watched Bates Motel, it's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll check that out as well because I've been kind of like, you know, I've seen the trailers to it, and I'm like, right, I do like this psycho movies, but would I really like not psycho movies? Yeah, no.
Oh, no, yeah, it's based off Psycho.
Yes. I'm right. I'm sorry. See, me head. That's Colin Baker for you.
Yeah. No, I just had to respond to drawing.
I'll check out Bates Motel. Have you seen Norse Ratchet?
I put it on my list, but it has what's her face in it, who has become a woke nightmare, so that kind of put me off.
All right.
Is it worth watching?
I will tell you though, it is now. I was like you know, I thought because Cheryl was the one that suggested it, and normally, like, you know, Cheryl suggests a show, I'm kind of very resistant to doing it. But I actually sat down and watched this with her. We binge watched it, and I have to say it was highly, highly enjoyable. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that there wasn't any woke elements to it because there's a lesbian couple in it, and it's set back in the day. But there probably was lesbians back in the day. It was just all hidden away. But the actual story itself is brilliant. So if you like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and the old Norse that was in that, it's her backstory. Norse Ratchet, whatever her name is, or fucking wasn't that her name? Norse Ratchet.
Yeah, Norse Ratchet.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
I think you saw it. Is. It's very, very good, man. I enjoyed it, I have to say, and I'll check out Bates Motel. See, for God's sake, is that more dog? See, you know what sets them off as well? Other people's fucking dogs.
No, there's actually there's a couple things that you can try. because I had a Lexi's older sister was a German Shepherd
Right.
who had issues like that. There's actually two things you can try. You can actually get, and they probably have them in Ireland. You can get they're little treats, but they're calming pills, which just relaxes them. But you can also, they have medication, and I had to put Becky, the German Shepherd, on it. It's basically the dog form of an antidepressant, but what it is it's anxiety, especially since he hasn't been doing well lately, but it actually works. It's the same thing it does in humans. It raises serotonin levels, which will calm them down quite a bit. So you can try that.
Yeah, I'll say that to Cheryl because she's good at finding all of that stuff. She'll be able to find that. We have it here in Ireland.
And I have to go, but I just wanted to just respond to drawing Jackrabbit. So here's his idea. Okay, I'm thinking you as a bunny with a hoodie and giving Mr. Dinkles a walk. That would be awesome, dude.
Yeah, that sounds awesome, actually.
Yeah. But speaking of my current puppy, Lexi, she's got a tinkle.
No problem.
Okay.
But, do you want to do your channel shout out before you head off?
Yeah, so I'm Bulls Trek. I'm out of retirement. I'm covering the entirety of Series 13 plus the cavalcade of shit surrounding it. I put out a video last week. I don't yell anymore because people preferred the no yelling. So I'm going to continue with the no yelling, more reason, but still sarcastic approach. Don't bother trolling me on Twitter because I'm not having it this year. I have no time for it. Unlike you kids, I have a life, and that's it.
Thank you very much for popping on, and we'll see you next week for your story. Fucking
yeah, I will. I may be working in the background again, but I'm sure you couldn't even tell I was working the whole time.
No.
Yeah.
And listen again. Thanks for popping on and supporting me channel. Like I really do appreciate it.
No problem, my friend. And to everyone, don't let the haters get to you. Just block them. Say one thing. Limit yourself to one tweet. Just one tweet eviscerating the stupid crap they're saying,
and then block them. That's it.
And then that's it. And then the funny thing is they probably won't even see the response because they're blocked. But I got to go before I have a pee-pee mess on the floor.
No problem. Go ahead. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it, pal.
Okay, thanks, my friends. Take care. We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Bye.
I was going to say no. What
go
movie
ahead.
do you want to do on Monday?
The movie, I put the trailer up on the channel, mate. It's Outland. We're doing Sean Connery and Sean Connery's movie Outland.
Right. I don't think I've seen that one.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie. Seriously, go and check the trailer out on the channel. I left the trailer up. It's I guarantee you after you watch the trailer, you'll like it. I'm serious now. Go and check it out because
a lot of explosive decompression.
Lee left a comment and actually said, great choice. A couple of people are saying it's a great choice. It is. It's a good movie, and it's on that site that we use, mate.
Right.
And it's an extended cut as well, so you get extra few scenes in it.
That's good.
Which was good, man. Now it's just a few extra scenes. It doesn't. To be honest with you, I could understand why they left them out because they don't really make a difference to the movie. But there's more. When you watch the movie without kind of spoiling it for anybody, there's more scenes with Sean Connery's character and his wife before she
his child,
like that. Yeah. So it's a good movie. It's based on one of Jupiter's moons, I think, or something. It's a mining company, and basically weird shit starts happening, and he's the marshal. Sean Connery's the marshal, and he goes to investigate, and he finds out that there's some grubby stuff going on in space. And it's a good movie. Seriously, check out the trailer, man. The trailer is up on the channel. Go and check it out, John. And let me know what you think, man. Send me a message and let me know what you think. Because I was when I picked this, I was saying I don't know. I hope you've seen it. I thought you might have seen it being Scottish, like Sean Connery.
Well, I've seen a lot of Sean Connery's films. Medicine Man, which I liked. I can't remember. Hunt for Red October.
That movie. Yeah.
A lot of the James Bond stuff.
Well, you like this movie. This was a
The Russia House.
Now, this is the thing. This is a sci-fi movie, basically. And, Sean Connery, let's be honest, he doesn't really do sci-fi movies. So this is why I like this movie. It's one of his standout movies for me, personally. So that's why I chose it, yeah. So, and then next week, then, to be fair, because I have put it off for a couple of weeks, because I did say I'd actually do it, but we'll do SOS Titanic the week after.
Right. So what day do you want to do SOS?
We'll be doing that next Monday. So this Monday we're going to do Outland, and then the Monday after, then we will do SOS Titanic as part of the movie.
Because I won't be available Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because I'll be back on the Sunday, but I'll be available on the Monday for the movie.
Yeah. Well, look, it'll be Monday, so you'll be around. But don't worry, we're gonna definitely do it. So it'll be 2 weeks from now. We'll be doing SOS Titanic. So Monday we do Outland, and then next Monday then we'll do SOS Titanic. So I'll throw a trailer up for that for next week. So yeah. So
I really liked SOS Titanic. I thought it was good.
Well, it was more based on the characters, wasn't it? It was more realistic. They said this movie was more character driven. This movie, it was more about the characters. So I do like SOS Titanic. It's been a while since I've watched it, so we'll watch it. As I said, so they're the two movies coming up, folks. So you know what the movies are now for the next 2 weeks. So Monday, Outland with Sean Connery, and then a week later, then we have SOS Titanic. Right, so that's what we'll do. I still don't know on the Rick and Morty what's happening there, but I have to say, just to let you know, because I was blown away by this. So just to give you an example of how popular Rick and Morty stream actually was, I'm going to compare last week's movie stream to Rick and Morty, they were a day apart, right? So we did the movie stream on the Monday, which was, if I remember, the movie was Ghostbusters 2. So Ghostbusters 2 that we did got 68 views, right? So that was actually one of the worst ones for the movie stream that we've done, believe it or not. That was the lowest watched movie stream that we done. But Rick and Morty stream the next day got 292 views, right? Wow. And we did 2 episodes. That was a 40 minutes of Rick and Morty, and it got more views than the movie stream Ghostbusters 2 did, which I'm a little disappointed in, because I do personally like John. I thought Ghostbusters 2 was a lot better than I remembered, but obviously that movie choice wasn't popular with people, because it is the lowest rate. It is. I've checked all the other movies that we've done. It's the lowest one watched today, which is.
See, I think it was the fact that Vigo wasn't a good kind of villain.
Yeah, so I'm hoping now with this movie Outland, I mean, it should. Yeah, I don't want to get rid of the movie stream, but I thought putting it on Monday on its original spot where we originally had it. We used to have it on a Monday. I thought it would actually do something, but so
how did Gremlins do?
I'll tell you now. So then after that we did Gremlins, 104 views. You see, we always get over 100 views. The movies. That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised Ghostbusters 2 only got 68.
Yeah,
right? That got 104 views, right? Then the movie after that one got Critters, because it was Critters, only got 78 views. So basically, people are saying Critters is better than fucking Ghostbusters 2.
That's strange.
Weird, yeah, very weird.
Because I mean, I love Ghostbusters too. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in it.
That's what I mean. I'm actually very surprised. Yeah. I'm very, very surprised. Flight of the Navigator got 96 views. So as I said, it pushes the 100 mark. So we maintain around between 90 to 100. If we get 90 to 100 in movie stream, that's very good. But that's what I'm actually saying. Ghostbusters got the lowest. There you go. Big Trouble in Little China, 174 views.
Wow.
So I don't know. That's why I'm trying to think of movies that I think people will like. The Batman movie that we did, 89, 106 views. As I said, they all go over 100, around between 90 and over 100 for certain streams. And then there are some that will do slightly better. There you go. Terminator 2, for example, 117 views. So, it's pretty, I can actually kind of predict, the views. That's why I'm actually really surprised that Ghostbusters 2 has been watched the least that stream. I don't know, because we were sitting here saying it was a lot better than we remembered, and it was. But I do agree, Vigo is such a weak, and the way he was killed off just straight away. I mean, me and Cheryl did Independence Day. Do you remember on Independence Day? That got 177 views. Back to the Future got 126 views. Now, Back to the Future Part 2 only got 47 views. Actually, that's rated lower, hasn't it? Actually, Back to the Future 2. See, this is what I mean. Some movies just, I think it depends on people's mood. To be honest with you. So, I've picked Outland. We'll see how it goes. We'll do SOS Titanic after that, see how that goes. But I'm going to have to up my game a little bit now and start picking more populist movies. I'm not going to ask the chat, because anytime I do, they don't show up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's no point of asking. So I'll just pick the movies and see where we go. But there you go. I'm blown away by that Rick and Morty stream. And I don't believe we would have got all those views if we didn't have the panel that we had on. We had a big panel, you guys, and then we had Melina on as well. And she gets everybody laughing and stuff. We had a real laugh on that. So, yeah, over 292 views for Rick and Morty's episode 1, the pilot, and episode 2, the dog one, the Dogmore episode.
Yeah, So
I just hope Melina comes back. I mean,
same, because I'm not.
It was quite sad to hear this happen to her. I mean, she was quite happy being on the live streams with us, and she was quite having fun and that, and
She was,
she laughing and crying and being full of life, and
Yeah, look, she will eventually, when she feels up to it and she gets the help that she needs to get, and she feels a lot stronger, she'll come back. So we'll see. See, people are kind of telling me that, because I asked everybody, should I continue the Rick and Morty streams? Now, I did cancel last week because I didn't feel comfortable, but now that I know that she's okay, I was thinking, well, should I ask people again, me panel again, should we go ahead or should we wait for Melina? Because I think it should be a joint decision. I think we should, everybody that's on the panel, that includes you two guys and Retro Dicky and Lee. I think we should all get together and decide whether we're going to move forward with them or not, because we don't know how long Melina is going to be away for at this stage. So we'll see. As I said, we might. It'll have to be a group decision. Yeah, I hope we do see her sooner rather than later. But I'd rather her come back when she feels.
Yeah, when she's ready.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Once she feels ready to come back, then we'll be here for her. She knows that anyway, and so yeah. So that's the story with some of the streams there. It's very fascinating, I have to be honest. The We Stand with Melina # We Stand with Melina videos have done very well as well. So I want to thank you guys for all supporting those videos as well. Because I know she appreciates all of the love and good vibes sent her way. For
Yeah.
example, Night Terrors, 168 views we got last week for Night Terrors. Now, New Who doesn't really do it, does okay, you know. Classic Who last week we did the Macro Terror, 177 views,
Wow.
you know. So, you know, there, for example, I did the Tarzan Talks, the Toxic Fandom, 854 views. So my views go up. It depends on what I do, right? Random chat one, we talked about Melina and other people on that, 424 views. So my views go up and down. Last night's Contact, 275 views. So my views go up and down like a yo-yo anyway. It depends. I have to say, I think it depends on the mood of people.
Yeah, it does.
The way it is to work on YouTube. But I don't mind that we're still getting we're getting good numbers. I'm not saying we're not getting good. We are still getting good numbers for the channel, the size that it is. We're getting great numbers.
Yeah.
And
So,
as
what do
long
you think of the upcoming Galaxy 4 animation?
Right. Well, this is what I have to say about that, right? I actually retweeted that.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I have to take. It's done by the same company that the Fury of the Deep. So I wrote up, it's done by the same company that the Fury of the Deep. What a shame.
Yeah.
Because the animation is going to be jarring as fuck, like it was.
Yeah.
For Fury of the
Yeah.
Deep. And that's the problem I have with it. The story might be a good story.
Yeah.
But the animation's not going to help it.
Yeah, like Questions was. Yeah.
Did you see the TARDIS animation? The way the TARDIS flashed in and out, like New Who, and the materialization sound.
It didn't. I'm telling you, it's not going to be good. It's not going. Look, the animation's not going to be good. And the thing about it is that it's up to fans personally. Look, if you want to see all the stories complete, you know, this is, you know, whether you like it or not, that's the way. But what'll happen is, look, they'll do the animate a few years later, then they'll get another animated team to come in and redo the whole lot again.
Yeah.
That's what they do. That's what BBC do. So, it's if you want to complete your collection, fans are gonna get it, you know.
Yeah.
And then there was this big debate on Twitter whether people should be watching them in color or black and white. And personally speaking, if it's a black and white story originally, then I watch it in black and white.
Same as.
Well, I'm not opposed to anybody watching it in color if they want to watch it in color. But personally speaking, myself, I'd prefer to watch it in black and white. Because, you know, even if the animation is, I've noticed the difference, right? I watched Fury of the Deep twice, actually, right? So I watched it in color and I watched it in black and white. And I will say it's slightly better in black and white. It's still jarring, but because it's not in color, you can kind of overlook it to a certain extent. But I'm not happy that they're using the same animation team. See, they're outsourcing it to different companies.
Yeah.
You know? Look at the Web of Fear, the animation for that one story. It's absolutely diabolical.
That's the worst. That's the worst.
Even my buddy, Mr. You Know Who, reviews. He even came out and said the animation was pretty awful.
Yeah, they were trying some new technology. It just didn't work. Completely failed. It did. Exactly, Daniel. They upgrade these. That was Shapeshifter Studios who did that and did a terrible job on it.
Yeah.
But that's what
I think it's
do.
just to make money.
Yeah, it is. Because then what they'll do is then a few years later, then because fans will be complaining, you know, as they do, the animation's not great. You need to do something about that. And then they'll get someone else to do it, and then you'll get a brand new box set. That's what they do.
Fury of the Deep was BBC Studios, probably made up of the remnant of Cosgrove Hall, the ones that haven't resigned. So and Galaxy 4 is going to be Big Finish creative, and it doesn't look too good. What's Big Finish doing?
I'm just curious to what Evil the Daleks is going to be like.
Yeah, sure. There's the Power of the Daleks watch along that we did, mate.
Power was good.
277 views we got for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So as I
that's
said,
going to be BBC Studios as well.
when Evil comes out, we will do a watch along of Evil when it comes out, because I will be able to watch it.
Because that's the animation I will be buying.
Yeah, but I'll give Evil a go. I'll give Evil a go because it's a story that everybody has wanted to see. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but we'll see.
Yeah, Matt Cotera with Sun and Moon Studios. They did a really good job of it, I think.
Yeah. Well,
but like Galaxy 4, you've got the krill, and the original is very effective.
Yeah.
And I've seen a few episodes of that, and it is very good. A very good story.
Yeah. But did they find episode 3 was missing? It was missing a bit, wasn't it?
Yeah. I like the Chumblies though. I think they're very amusing.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to put episode 3 on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hope they do.
Well, we'll see what happens anyway. It's going to be a very interesting time now over the next couple of weeks and months, because as Balstrek said, Series 13 is going to drop, and we're going to have this couple of animations out as well. And so it's going to be a very interesting time for everybody.
Yep.
It'll be Series 13 is going to be a nightmare. I could tell you fucking that, but
from what I hear from your contact, it's going to be an absolute nightmare.
And but look, at the end of the day, I will go in with an open mind. Last season, I did with Series 12. I was a little bit more generous until we got to the Timeless Children crap, obviously. But I will judge it on its merits. But yeah, from what I'm hearing and what Eddie is being heard, and it's going to be a shit show, folks. Apparently, production has been a disaster again, and that's
why this time.
And it's every time under Chris Chibnall. Torchwood apparently had the same problems when he was there as well.
Oh, is that why it started getting a bit tense behind the set of Torchwood?
Yeah. Apparently he was responsible for a lot as well. And
is that why he was pulled out halfway through the season as producer?
Yeah, well, if you go and watch Andrew Cartmell's interview with Eddie Ascaro interviewed him. He makes some interesting comments about Chris Chibnall, and he talks about how he was approached to do Torchwood by Russell T or something, and he was supposed to hold a meeting with Chris Chibnall, and Chibnall fobbed him off, basically. So there's no love lost there. You could tell by Cartmell that he's not very happy with the way he was treated by Chris Chibnall. So
yeah,
I would highly recommend that interview by you all. It's on Eddie Ascaro's channel, Talk the Doctor, TDTV for short. And I'll check out his Andrew Cartmell. He's also done a couple of other interviews as well with people. Rowan, what's her name? Your woman that did the Eaters of Light, and she
Rona Monroe.
Yeah, he interviewed her as well, and that's a very interesting interview as well. There's a bit of shade there as well towards who. This man, Chris Chibnall's not liked. I don't believe that everybody telling you that he's popular and all. He's not liked by people within Doctor Who and people that have written for the show and actually done things for the show. He is not a very popular guy with these people.
Yeah, arsehole number 1 sounds like.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. But look, we're going to leave it there because we're over the 3-hour mark. So what I'll do is we'll get the lads to do their channel shout-outs, and we'll leave it there for the night. I want to thank everybody that's joined us tonight in the chat. And thank you to Daniel for sorting out those trolls earlier, man. You were quick on it. So
he's getting quicker.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? He was right on the ball, he was there. Some account came in, the Tarda Zone is clickbait or something like that. I don't do clickbait. you know, my titles of my videos are the titles of my videos. They're not clickbait.
Yeah.
So like, you know, I leave that to others out there. I don't have to clickbait because I'm just brutally honest. So I'll put a brutally honest bleeding title on my video.
Yeah.
So there you go. But we'll leave it there. So we'll start with you, Real Super Doctor, because I know you're quick lightning. Do you want to do your shout outs there, mate?
I've got a channel under Real Super Doctor on YouTube, and I've got a Twitter account under Real Super Doctor.
And check them out, please. PD, go ahead.
As you all know, I've also wrenched for Rabbi on Rabbi for Another Planet. We had Comicsgate Consequences earlier today, and his Indiegogo. It's still available if you want it, but he will be just waiting for a reply from one shipper, and then we'll see where we go from there on.
Fantastic. I love the way you're not saying, oh, it's going to finish next week or whatever.
Oh, you know what? I love Rabbi to bits, but this Indiegogo is starting to drive me nuts now.
Yeah, it's dragging on a little bit.
It's always people waiting for all their stuff. It's like, Rabbi, these people are waiting. These people are waiting, mate.
Yeah, I know. And, you know, it's not that I'm giving out around, but I've had a few messages myself.
Yeah.
And I say, well, look, that's not down to me. Go and speak to Rabbi.
Yeah.
I says, I do know, but I have made it clear that there has been teething problems. But, like, don't be coming to me. It's none to do.
Distribution problems he's got at the moment. That's his problem.
Yeah.
He was all ready to go with distribution problems
That's
now.
it. It's nothing to do with me.
Due to inflation in America and the UK.
That's it. So, like, and I think he's explained several times on his channel anyway. So, you know, I know some people out there, you know, they've been very patient and they're probably coming to the end of that. But as I said, you know, as PD has mentioned there, he's just waiting on one reply now, and that should all the wheels in motion then.
Yeah, and I'm not vouching for him, but this is his first campaign as well, so he's going to make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, of course he will. He won't make the same mistakes.
Yeah, I better not make the same mistake. I'll have a go at him.
Yeah, because you can't have that second time now. But,
no.
but that's true. But look, at the end, they give him the benefit of the doubt this time. He has had the teething problem, as you said, and stuff like that. But, and it's his first campaign. But so that's it, folks. I'm going to leave it there. Back tomorrow for some new Who, the God Complex. So come and join us for that. That'll be a bit of fun. We always have fun on the Matt Smith streams, I have to say, because he's we love his doctor actually on this channel. So join.
I think Matt's the most doctorish doctor.
Yeah, he's Troughton-esque, I have to say.
Yeah.
I think he's Troughton-esque.
That's it.
And then on Monday,
Ian Davidson and Patrick Troughton, that's what he is.
Yeah. The Monday we have Outland, and as I said, I'll have a discussion with me moderators. Not me moderators. I'll have a discussion with me panel before. I'll probably after tomorrow's stream. I'll probably get them all to hang on, and we'll have a little bit of a chat, and we'll see if we're going to continue with Rick and Morty now that we know that Melina is going to get the help that she needs, and she's talking to Lee, and Lee is keeping us obviously informed. Because we don't know how long she's going to be. I just didn't feel comfortable doing it last week with her gone and nobody hearing from her. You know, that was my issue.
Yeah.
But now that we have, we'll see. I might even see if I might even get Lee to see if it's okay with Melina to continue. I wouldn't say she would have a problem with it, but I really wanted her to be here for them because she does make them the streams, I have to say, because once she starts laughing, we all fucking go.
Yeah.
We all do. We all can't just have. Her laugh is so infectious. Look, either way, you know, she will be back eventually, and you know, we'll have a laugh again. But our dad is not doing too well either at the moment. We put up a post earlier. Our dad's in hospital now, so she's dealing with a lot right now, the poor girl. But once she knows that we're all here for her, so, and Lee has been keeping tabs on her Fair play to him. He's gone way beyond, but that's what Lee does. He's been on the phone to her every day, I think, since she's gotten in contact. So that's good. That's good, and hopefully he can help her too. You know, because Lee is very good like that. Because I've even had a few wobbles myself, and he's good to, you know, he's a good listener. Let's just say, and he can cheer you up as well. So that's something positive. But look, we'll leave it there. I will talk to you tomorrow. I'll leave the hashtag there. Don't forget. Hashtag we stand with Melina. Don't forget to get your little videos done as well. Send them to Gobby Guy's email. As I said, I've done a couple of videos. If you don't want to go searching his Twitter account or anything, there's the hashtag we stand with Melina, the latest videos that I've done. The links to his Twitter account and the YouTube video that he did in support of Melina has his email address there. You can go and get them. It's in the link description below. So check them out as well. Right, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it with the trailer. Have a good one, folks.
Good night.
Stay safe. Look after yourselves, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Later.